Right, Otec 102.9 Sony Abonon Swampa Sima Dunum. Emra so say yede Royal Sports e twato e wona awtwi mu ebrel live. Samra kopim 10 pm no. Ye behwe agudie mo nsem ahodo a ewo honom. Ye de trendy NHS de koso e wa manfo aman so ba bia no. Yakeka ni nyina bom. So atiase. Aha, enti we no kika bom. Ti ebe bono last one here they are sorry so enti sanity right you be kwa for foreign tidbits no while last eba pretty shortly you be take you over na one my updates ni nyina you weekend club football returning enti ani jaba you be boy Champions League next midweek so enti football ababiem ani je be fie ema no mukunu no betena fie no ma hwe ball boys ni bisu wo hono mo a DSTV no betumi etua pa o enso pa abonte akonti no no de no excuse ye den onye bi ofie da obekwa kohwebu abonte de bia wafa so de aye niema hwe na mo guys no de no betumi de dada ma de ze enye bi ni we yo me kohwe ball aba oboa obetumi pa that boy see baby the hotel packages so ntina de bo so make fofofo ba onye da obekwa abonti akohwe echina wia 12:30 Chelsea e Burnley AFC Burnley no Bournemouth na AFC we Burnley any Chelsea match na there a straight win for Chelsea and Echina City bo the weekend is na North London derby ni basono. And then on Monday na United ne Everton the Toffees the Evertonians. My enemy's enemy is my friend. United ne Everton the namfo because what tamfo ono so ne tamfo no wadamfo. What you say? Enti Everton ye or Liverpool tamfo ne Liverpool ye atamfo. Enti ene Everton namfo Everton ye na etumeje omu coach anu wa Bob Brand those days Everton pa dokko Everton akose David Moyes time brajai one of the toughest venues Goodison Park obua Everton home or away o omu wo players but no se ko fano fala so ti Everton there omo ye namfufo ti Monday 3 points ni say yen ka so mo de becha yo na wo Brian Mbomo a usro team bi Mbomo to score on Monday Mbomo to score ena they have kon yo meko ikwa ni yisun AFCON ya Ghana qualify bia yes am be FIFA players akọ dey make us enya me ya na mboa pa ye kwa na ka Ghana ebobi kwa nka mbechichi me Ghana qualify ebedru ho so yes am be say players ni nyina akọ Mbomo ne Ahmad ye right one edit tete amanfo no AFCON be guno kojo to gunu wi a obeba na ye bibi answer sande ya obeba na team ni de na agu Mbomo ne Ahmad ko Mbomo was the most goal contribution for Man United this season. Players ni na ona what contributed to goals pa. Number 2, ono na she goals do pa. Man United player this season what she goals do pa Mbomo. Number 3, ono ni player when ya most touches at position box. Ono so ni player about more shots on target for Manchester United. Into ye engine no. AFCON be fana ko anka AFCON is a calf so ye gitum say North Africa for the omo weda no summertime na ye West Africa ha ne ba summer no nsuto ye summer ye nsuto bre wa ha ye rainy season wa ha enti ye bo a enye yi ti Cote d'Ivoire ene o say mo sound go back to winter which is January think ya bo wi a we no Morocco dey by June July bibia e kama think ya na man fan ko at the end of the season. You both okay. Say season you both we are World Cup, right? Okay. Matthias say World Cup. At the end they have me power, me damn na. Any je kakra is in and saying I've come stand with Jeffrey and him. And Jeffrey, but Barcelona ball Camp Nou. My fit Camp Nou. Menya Barca news my fit Camp Nou pa. But near just say finally Barcelona ever ball Camp Nou. The mighty Camp Nou. Sure. Camp Nou there also mu yi Camp Nou normally Messi into so. Normally Messi Nou. Massa. C'est Messi Camp Nou, c'est Camp Nou Messi. I was in the Dimbam. I grew up Messi in the stadium hono. Da, jai. Me those days 2007 you were 8 more 9 more 10 more na Barca match we am dem me just say their Champions League. And I say El Clasico. If you say Barca ni Zaragoza, Barca ni one me hwe. Because a year 7, 8 Messi be twetwe omo sa no ko Barca. We am dem me hwe. One way sir Barca. Sure. What do you want papa Messi. All right, so mama yam komra. You be hwe fie so yewura another interesting match day. Enra ye start here discuss issue no. Says still no mpenifo nsesa no. Has omo call wenchi. Kotoko call boy. Omo mienu nyina games no Emma TV so. To hear has ni we kotoko ni a weekend. You say follow flash score ni live score and as we take commentary Otec. Or far away from Otec so this is we use internet no. Because matches in Emma TV so. Emma TV so. Anyway, you bet here from coaches non come on Didi Dramani Akasa has eba wenchi. Last season has ko share wenchi. Nti omo say send a call last season on be so mo koye ne sa this season. Na omo abrante ba akoso akasa ni na ebeti na yahwe. Asante Kotoko Karim Zito edibia tuja ahead of Samatex game no. Omo call former league champions ground. Kotoko domo multiple league titles. But Samatex a team league na wajibi no disrespect to them to some extent like yinya a surprise Samatex if for moi edibeji league no. But no money pa must admit. Aha. Enti omudie and omukro muji league in nche. What does he? Muji league in nche. Nanse ya omuna G league. T. Omuna Gold Stars different from some to even say I can't do G league in chair crab between omune Kotoko krana and your more. My head be see on Sunday. Sunday to be the pa. Enti muma yam corner wa last team fans semne mai. Oba na edim komo akatwa so show no. Live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on TuneIn, otecfmghana.com, any other streaming platforms now. And now face so Eugene Maradona. Yeah. Obo adwuma wo hona sika paso bone de kama. Ti omunyina na etechira madwuma de etuma successful. Mreno so abeti ko feel abi scan de ni dimonza so nka. Basamri de wa last dia. We are Dr. Ray Beba now Abeboy come from Vema Plus Limited. Omunru 9 Prostavite capsules, X Drive, Lito and a Dinat. Obeka hunsem ache. Tia from Kanu, Samira Kopim 10. Over to me, I shall send my messages about you streaming live on Facebook, send a media candy and also on YouTube. Comment section whenever you message at all. And our Fafa WhatsApp mail. It was 0505 225578. 0505225578. I'm for Gusua wish me happy birthday still. And run an birthday no nti medamase pa medamase. Once again, Boatima Boating. Miss Boatima Boating. Aha. Absabang. Omo branch a word doom. A ho ena owo. And you may ma'am. The most respectful way of so we use madam. Madam the teacher for there and your magia for your modia. But we for there we turn it and ma'am. Abrofuna na diba you. All right. Enti and remember my yen chan yen nana say man or money sports no dey ehun bisa na yen age. So aha o say penyini pa nyep by age that we even though age yeah but me better me check so penyini as in status. So we heavy pa anti yen nana say Saransuna manager or Ozon's chemist, Mr. Debra Mo, yeah, Mr. Debra, or the squad no more Edmamuhinano, so we are die pa. We call Lancer chemist, Imasu or so. The Domunia say, Yanko Punstrom, while last by we are not Yakabia, they are twasso.
Otec 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
Emrana so ye ko amrane na fe ena nwumere ensabno kakra ye nsa kane nyina no ya bomoden na de nyina ananso atimiri ya ba kama ama chese bibia nso atimi akoye menwura mana fe no menkoma na mana ensama wuto no nyina ye mfamra na chese bibia nso no entimi nkoye kama hyane nso se ye wram weekend sinimo ano no na de atene se after international break no memfanto no se clubs awuto no ya hobo wa bra ne nyina aye matches a chese de atene se weekend we no anonso abetimi akwaso ne yedine nyina no anonso timiri aba enti games a anonso eba so no o shanen so se yebewram awale champagne no mo me ba cho Manchester wo to be kwaso sanso no na German Bundesliga na La Liga ne Serie A no na ferie tie ne sem Premier League no hono mo nyina yede won sama wo to no anonso timiri aba na mom Saudi Professional League no me ba cho anyumre ya me no kase no Kalu Dubobo kono omo tefema ahazem ansom abom ye no ama chese Kalu dutim no omo som timu paako hyene so esa etia timu no aye Benzema ana fe Ngolo Master Kante timu no amo Paul Kadimi enu asaida na tin ade area tenso no etimi tika no paako memfanto no mo esa agle bobo kono ensom Paul Kane paako ade yetie no ana se Alkatia ensom atimi tika no paako ya 90+6 de yetie ne sem aya san kem ni nyina no ensom aguso akwaso ye tini nyina ensom etibiri atodwa ente Saudi Professional League no and ye dia piano kama shanon so esem oram Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies na fenyumere no onsom abama chese dwuma ne nyina no yetimi ato so kama shanon so esem Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies ne beboa ama chese de yetie no ensem Otec so sem century dwuma no be bi no ensom atimi abamu kama entanyumere wo temenka na wo de wani je ho esem na sports no na wo pesa wo ye sa wo de na nkasa no ebi a DJ you know o pesa obonyum no etwetwe so wa bra ne nyina eye kwotwe no wonsa no na chese so a Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies na mede tudwa esem open afi empanifo so no ade wa fantetie mu kama wa bra ne nyina eno so beba news ka no ye be kira sansom na camera handle no ye kira wo na afi wonso wram radio and TV ne nyina no on sansom betimi aka ama ne nyina so no etimi ankoye kama enteshan so ese eye Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies ana mede to dwa esabra na chesa niema ne nyina no eno nso ntimi nkoso kama hye nso esem opa courses a ye offer no the tennis newspaper reporting no ye pomoten na fe wonso watimi awramo lectures wasua ne kama sanso no ana broadcast journalism nso obetimi asua media law and ethics obesua ne kama meba to public relations no eno nso obe commission nso ese marketing no eno nso etimi dia bam kama sanso na communication skills no nso obaba matena fe ne nyina no watimi asua ne kama memfanto ne mo ese investigative journalism onim se owura ne den ede anas areme ya wanas de tiene se na adwuma ne bi no ana opesa wo ya eno na kwabena me nipa bi se anasa mere yawo aha oze anasa mere yawo enti anasa adwuma no na wo de opesa wo ye bia Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies na open up no ye de wo fan tetiem na afi ne nyina so no etimi akoso kama ne de wo de no blogging and vlogging wan kasa no opesa nso ye wo de wo set up studio wo fie na afi won so no de tiene se media no wo bia wo de na afi waya eno nso baba na afi ya kire wo hunim de na afi no wo de awram akwa ya jisika de agu botom kama wa bra wo pian so no entia wo ka aya won san wo adwuma ana etia wo ka hye nso esa graphic design no ye be kire wo san so no ana mix na de tie ne say you change kwabra maratona anyumre de otie kire a ode ma ya videos awodo ene pictures awodo no o pesa hunum na fe hunum ya o pesa o ye studio wo fia sap app we na no ana wo nso obe use na chese ne nyina nso matimi akwa o host programs awodo tese Dr. Cash tese krobia na ne wasante tese de tie ne se nwan kokanu eye no tese de KOD enso eye no sansom na de tie ne se Roman Ponsa ana fe Collins T omo ye na o pomotin na fe waba Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies aso ya ha lectures ne nyina nso matimi akoso kama hye nso ese akan news a bema ba na kwasi usu account otia na nkanuro adwonya ntatendo ana fe eno babu adwowa asonaba ankanamfoyi ana fe brewapa kofi twumasi ene de tiene se nana kokoto omo kan wa ha no o pese wa no kokwaso na fe wonso no utimi ye ni ya de tiene se Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies no and I open up no one some the do front tete mama ne nyina so no etimi akọ sports presentation no wo de wan and o person wo yes sports no etesa no obeba na afi no ene ma ne nyina eno so etimi akọ kama de ye no and o person wo ye ne better obeba na afi no ya teteo ama bibia so etimi akọ ye wawie no anyombo no koche ubonse wachia wom na chese beat ne nafa akiu ne jatiato na kwa romyemo ana ya sa adwuma no Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies no ana be to no se brana fe entity ne nyina no ana nsem ntimi nkoso Otec FM yem premises ya ana Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies aso no ana nsem obaba na fe no waba be pick form na fe de tie ne nsem adesua ne nyina wa hyase kama memfanto ne mo ese Friday and then now watch here kwabena say na graduation wo ma frɛ no ne na watch me no hey Eugene unma 28 for enti na watch here aha graduation e baso we no graduation ana matriculation ana ye we Dr. Osei Akoto ba enti bra na wo de ho no makrampo no fa be fa ho adwene say me ba enema ebekosai o ba ye nyina no ye tuatua ye baby enti Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies and I make come for the amo and kwanam nkwanchan baby amasika and come ame no papa e bia nipa ohwa wo no anansa wo sika mpa and ka betimi dia bodwetire no en kwahye ne nwie ansa no waba be kase me hu yanka anu ne aduro eya haya na oba enti ye ten se wuduru menhyero na about no so a ubusa obia asa wo Otec from ye be kire wo Dr. Mensa na wo ba ha me ba total fueling station no nanim wonmo no kobusa se ope asonse taxi station no ye kire wa ofro ya kacha driver ne se me ko Otec FM na mo minim ho obesi wanim ho cross road no owram no busa security also open school ho na fe wakọ enquiries awuto no obeye na mom ansa na obeba no me ba cho bomade na fa numbers no na ne mpanimfo ne nkomo ofie 0547 823 005 0547 823 005 we no number bako de di won ye 0243 842-007 0243 842-007 way edu bewramo ewo Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies na fe enkomodie nyina no me ba cho mo nso matimi abone kama ama bibia nso etimia kwe we apie kwan mo ama chese ye bura hasuo na kwa monane na memfanto no se ye wura musa no ye piem na wo friendly champagne no me ba cho de tennis friendly no memfanto no se ma chese wodo ensom na be koso weekend we na de atie no ensem na nyimre na games ni nyina ensom na hyase na fe ochena so no ensom ato so kama de ebia no me ba cho o chese ni se bobo kono na nyimre ebo 745 omo tena fe na fe omne club letting the Olympic Thomas and some idea bomb amateurs baby and sono and some ultimate creation and so as a game our alliance referee amateurs in and sono and on some ultimate Kosukuma or run it at the Jeremy Pigna Ebenjamo a center referee at Yamakemano amateurs baby and some ultimate queer no Bebacho or Chan Copo one of no at the public games and on some also our Liganamano Bebacho Uram our lunch to Bobo Kono among some ya lectures a mobile game no at the Tiastra Pool game no boss 4 p.m. na main confirm as a game no boss the tennis 4 p.m. no or run it at the Jerome Presa de Benjamin at Santa Rofe at the Yaman game no me ba boss 6 p.m. ocean so as some club letting at the Rene and the side letting at the Monaco me patcho game winner or run it to the Paula Billy Pogba and no an amount for hashtag I'm a pug back and two unions no ever returning. Say bia or starting game no and some starting in no me ba cho mona kobobo kono ana chesem mo bechre as unions no ebetimi ahase anasa obehase de free bench na mom no me ba cho good news no and some Paul Billy Pogba and some other bona face game no and some atimi make a man squad no ama bibia some atimi akwe ye kano me ba cho ocean so as game no etodwa our ransom park kama bibia so no atimi ankoso kama eno eboso for no na chesa a bosses PM machine so asem aye saida let the Rene amo abo de no eno aye PM mamin fanto no mo asem abo 805 aye Paris Saint-Germain amo rem ewo fie awo Port de Bran omne le hevre bobo kono ana di shim san game na eba so no mamin confirm ase owura te ade Matthew Venice ebe tinamo a center referee ade amagame no entim aye we no aye de tenisem aye le champagne no lectures matches todwa enanyumre ane adachna no ane adun nyina anonsom tibedi ama no ye rom awo Pantasri kanmo me ba cho German Pantasri kano enanyumre ame game ne baako na fe abia no na fe ochena so no etimi ato so rom Sunday amade akabia anonsom etimi apa na de wo mne se enanyumre no me ba cho mayanze bobo kono amotifie amne ofinyam ana dia bom game no ya bosima nwotwe awo mayans home ground sa hono no lecture se enye petesa miwa arena the tennis hofinyam up first goal awo sa game no mo memfanto no mo se game we no anu ahye pa chese o check anya bete de wo no and it says game I make one seminar lecture say go abam no eno apa e de ama ofi ambobo kono ama chese siman watwe ye mu no ana game no some anso ramu a men confirm some aya ofi am go no and some atimi apa enti ofi ambobo kono ram awa away apa kane pako ama me yanse bobo kono omon some entiment yankopon boda chena me ba cho German Pantasri kano aya matches awto aka no eben some abeto so ama chese de nyina so no etimi akoye kama chene so asa us bagbobo kono ebe ram apo e de tie omon nuanu mu a enom aya chese hamburger elfe ama ne nyina so etimi akoye game no e 2:30 p.m. na san game we no enon some etimi atodwa ye kanisa no at the same time oramo our Zarina, maybe I chop Payamun Tintimo, and some other side, letting at fry Becama Biansono, and on some Timia Quay come on, never no, maybe I chop 2:30 no, I will be second at Tuna, the tennis Bruce at Totman Tobo Cono, and some Abaya Jumano, and the tears to Gatama Biansono, at Timmy Uncle Suka Canisano, lectures and Uramo, our head him at the same time 2:30 no, lectures Amnemunchen Glaba Kibobo Cono, and some Adi Ashimu come on, channel so as a Volkswagen Arena no masa big game pan eba so no de tiene san football gbogbo kono eba po ade tia side letin ade play of Oliver Kusen ama sanke bono so no eno som atimi atodwa na wa bra ye kan nyina no men confirm say sanke bono eba so no 2:30 ana sanke bono eno som atodwa enti ye clear 2:30 matches ni wia match bia ni wakopem 5:30 ana FC Cologne meba cho omni entrant Frankfurt and di bom game we no and some aba so 5:30 no lectures enye petesa anu ba yehye amani nyina so no etimi akoye kama ya no chane so ese game we etodwa no de etene some urama ensam pina anu some aba film aba Manchester bebi anso no etimi akoye kama entiwe no aye Bundesliga Manchester be ba cho ena nyumere me de etodwa esem adachana ene na nyumere no anu some ehwe aguama bebi anso no anu some etimi akoye kama yankuye no na afa no yanwuram awa International Serie A no the most aggressive league well say so democracy kwabena still na aggressive say Serie A na me kan yo I say anya yi sabie mo wa hono akwakoye awewuo na ana say no amu yesan say Juventus na opianim the old ladies of Italian Serie A no amatia kwakoda AC Milan mo na fe International Milan mo amatena tan Manchester Napoli ensom ati wo mani gia so amade ne nyina akwakoye arewo se men confirm esem Serie A Manchester ensom ababa so anyimra yanya game na mam no eda tena Manchester wodo ensom ababa so ewo Serie A no mo wonim se ebotua Kayari kancho bobo kono amu game na no be sepao na Kayari epono amu bebo ade etie amu ankasa no amu nuanom amu aye genwa san game no 2 p.m. ana eba so entin aya sama chana anon som eba so no enya sam keto ne nyina ene sa memfanto ne san no boss 2 p.m. no lecture study atie ne sa me koma no na fe no me dia to just side na te ade utini culture so no and some atena fe no omopo ade atie club na tin ade Bologna ama bibia so no etimi ankoso kama uramo awo Atemia French Florence me ba cho Fiorentina bobo kono ebe wo so Juventus way a big game pa na de atie ne sam ochena no lecture Serie A no from 5 kono interesting games and ye benya on sub 5 Fiorentina and Juventus amupo wia about 7:45 mebacho SS Napoli tenefie awade ye tennis Diego Armando Maradona Franco Stadium na fe no amne Atalanta bobo kono and some ade ahwem na chasa game no and some atimi antodwa na wa braye kan nyina no let chasa memfanto no se Manchester no and some eba so no all join in Facebook no oba Otec 102.9Fm Otec 102.9Fm oh like it na fe no wa share na wode comment awudo no ade ato ye be read na nwumre e wo so no so mo pia ensem atimi awon se na nwumre no ye ne wan ye ba dwuma no kama chane so asem aya website no the www.otecfmghana.com me ba cho uramo no obenya live radio no ensem atimi atie sanso na me fa todwa asade ye tene stories awudo no obenya bia kenkan wa website no so ama chese ne nyina ensem atimi akoye ye ne sa no de tene se wankasa no onsem Pomatina feno why enjoy our YouTube and so Otec Sports OTEC now what space sports now fen what them not what join here on kono na Royal Sports with Kanu etaho meba cho Pomatina feno what say now the comments out on at your tour ye be read you show no so am wo bia ansom atimi an say nyumre no ye ne wana chesaya ye ne kama ama bibia ansom atimi akwe entesa de na me kan no me ba cho side ne din ade de tie ne sem aye Napoli ansom po ade tie Atalanta no owura ne din mako de bello ansom obecham as a beat to ade ama game no ama ne nyina ansom atimi akwe ya de nyina ansom atimi ya todwa ye mra me wuram awala liga no mo de tennis la liga no me a game back efe pa ena nwumre de tennis Mestalla Stadium no at exactly 8 p.m. ena nwumre no aye Valencia and Levante and adi bom na game we eba so no o shanen so ese owura ne de Alejandro Munez e jirem a center referee adi ama game no we ena ebie La Liga na no weekend we na de atene say ye to so Nyankopon boda chena o shanenson ase Manchester so no me ba cho Deportivo Alaves ebo ade atia Celta Vigo na game we so no 1 p.m. Nyankopon boda chena ana chesa sama chwe no eno nsom etimi atodwa ama bibia nsom etimi akoye kama ye kano owram na o check sa game wa eno nsom etimi abaso between Alaves ana afedi atia ne sem Celta Vigo na memfanto no se owra ne din ade one Martinez Muniara and some mo our Estadio Mendes Rosa ama chasane nyina nso no etimi akwaso kama 1 p.m. chena ana sankam we anon some etimi atodwa na me pacho we no aya de atie no se Barca nyontoni bi bone nyom. There is no place like home sweet home kwabna wan boy ana no ne de onim bia wo ho masa Barca return apiem our Estadio Camp Nou na de atiene se omo bewremo ama bibia nso atemi akwaso na de atiene se Barca ewrem was Spotify Camp Nou no omne Athletic Club de Bilbao ana di bom ano be ya she pass a game we no de atiene se kokromoti be team form ama apie telema team form no enya bete kokromoti a ebe team pabuo mo ama mpabuo na se atu ama na pia sase mu no anya sam keto ani nyina ne se enkrofo nyaanya enkeba se kofie die na diegu na ni die ni nyina dane areho ama chese ni nyina nsom atimi akoso kama entiri yete ne se enkrofo nso no bompa yesa Barca eni ma ni nyina ehwe na chese bebia nso no eno nsom antimi nkoso kama Nyankopon boda chena no me ba cho owura ne tin ade Jose Maria Sanchez Martinez ano nsom aye referee was Spain no obechina mu na fesa game no ano nsom atimi aweso ama bebia nsom atimi akoya yete ni nyina ano nsom atimi atodwa na ahead of Barca mo mama bepono me ba cho manager ne tede Hans Dieter Flick wakasa de nsempina no atimi aba me baba ye nwodwuma lecture sa bebia nsom atimi akoye kama wa bra me confirm esem asaso na bobo kono ebo 5:30 Nyankopon boda chena omo nsom abo mo de no ade atia Real Sociedad ama ne nyina ano nsom atimi atodwa sankem no ano nsom ebo so ne nyina no lecture sa e game ano nso no any be your pa na nyane sem two sides no amon some ya adwuma kama mamen confirm esem run it ade Mateo Puskas be gyina mo a center referee ade amasa game no me ba cho bia we ani Mallorca game no eno some ya numre no nwatwe enti we no warm up no ye ne nyina ne ade akwakwalete na chese no ngotwene de enuru hono no ye be training kakra ye aduane a ye die no bon sa twe ho ama chese bibia nsom atimi akwe ente ya bia we ane mara saida letin ade Mallorca ane omo nyina no omo nsom ade pom national so ese game todwa our Estadio de la Salamica national so ese owura ne den adi Jose Luis Guzman Mancilla ejinamo a center referee adi ama game no entin we no games ame patrol La Liga no eno nsom tia tochna ani ya bubani nyina so eno nsom tibidi ama no eno nti chanen so ase donaka ba mesha a free diamond scientific bar and research clinic come so ye no ana na nyimre ya kamfori ya mo bibia na say wadama me ba twahwe so na fe no woni ema na tikọ se maya na wa pomaten asa wona tikọ ade amame na fe ni nyina nso no etimi akoso kama entiwe aya de yatie ne sem aya games ano nso aba so na mom se de na meka no me ba chonto ne ke ba me cha no every diamond scientific bar and research clinic aso ye me ba chon na nyumre oya bema ya dru weekend se ne mo anu no edru nyumre say dia thank God it's Friday and then Friday this is a better sweet marvelous smooth chasa me hu de menka dynamic what Friday yes yentia opambo yes nation prophet no yentia ne papa ba bia wo bia na nwumre no yentia ne ent Friday dru say ya me mfa ni agro esan se efiada ana ese metieti accelerator so efiada ana ese me bogas kwamna se na ya de ya o sere o de ayasemo asa Friday masa be ma de uti accelerator no so esa wo try engine ma car no ahode bam enti wo de o ya be ma na to munya masem de ye kire bi wo ho na chasa wo de odwen say ye de ye to a he wote ho a na nam kwan wa na ye de kɔ enti no nom doneka ba me chane be na afani ama ntimi nkɔ ye bema mentini ne mu ye bie bema de ɛsɛ ye kamfo wo fie bema jai twetwetwere no na afenum adura ebe bie ntini ne mo ama circulation no atimi akoso bema wanum onyam anyi wano hunwi meti hai enwi no ku ha mesi se madwuma oba bi betimi ahwe de o kire wakaso ye bema bia ma munya no wan wagu anim ase mesel donek no eyadu papa numbi onumbia ebeboa ama hoden a bema se unya no watimi anya mese waya adwuma na watwenemu ni nyina ama na bedu enafie no ebeboa boosti energy level no ama hoden na timi aba donek ba mesha no aye mesha of the moment donek ba mesha aye mesha onunumbia ebeboa ama ni tia befie ema na matenka teko se ema no mu wo a na tenka na twekwa chiri sama ne mra ne mu ya ntesa be ma ne de orchestrator ne piempem na ocheche pass ne jeje mu de mana wawie wa bietim nim na chese obonso wa chamienu daha one ne betena wasa me de menua be ma obehu a na ode abase me patcho me baba kuni we de nanse ya ne baaye afa de no anum atwa ho ento oba num bi na skin ne ntoso mo a mo ye gya wo adwuma che mo a mo nso mo tena wia so che no donek na mo no bi ebeboa pa ma bibia nso atimi akoso mo amanya accident no donek ne yama mo momra Otec from ha emra meto donek ne wa ha se bia wakọ ba bi yese ne boaden a enha o nkokyire Otec ya oba price ne ba bia gina na gina aye papa nte ne ye kamfo de ama no o fred doctors no o penchemu bi o donek ne ho o dehye bi yare bi danaso a aye 0246 727 677 0246 727 677 ano aye diamond scientific bar and recycle ne common number ba kono na de edi so no aye 0249 208 252 0249 208 252 kwabana yanko na afi no yento so kama de wo no ene sam ananyemre stories awodo aka ne nyina me ba cho me de ba nemom ene Mirror Studio so no na Spotify company de yaka akado wo so no akado no saba picture na yaka akado wo so no enya nuri wo empanifo ne ya adwuma our Spotify company no so de atia ne sam omo yi lines awodo no ama Chester Stadium na nkasa eno nso atimi ayefe entu remo our Spotify company wa memfanto no se ba sababo kono lecture amo nso ya adwuma pa ama bibia nso atimi akoya ya de nyina eno nso atimi de atodwa na eno ana memfanto no mo ese manager ne din ade ansai taflick no ose yankam wo bia so ntemente esahwe Lamin Yamal no oye Barcelona omankasa akoda ketwa na ade baako a oka amwo bia timi atene saboy no esem omo make sure asa player ne injury ni nyina no ono nso ebetimi get back better ama chasane ma ne nyina no ono nso atimi akoye ne nyina no se bonsa a long term no asa boy no ne ho betimi ato no enya nemu ya yese edede dan ye enya dede prekonto omo de omo hwe asem aye player na amode ne nyina no eno nso betimi aba ya de ne nyina no eno nso etibiri atodwa yanku ye nemu na fa yamfansam auto no eno nso entimi mara na chese be bia nso no entimi nkoye kama the same time manager le dede ansite Africa no ene ebusa ne se wakoda ya wo kan se wa twaja to federation no ene pass of fontemo no wate ano asehwe boy na de ba ko ne say eni pani bebre wo ho no mu a omo ntini em ba bia se boy na pra na boy na pra no se na wotimi to ne ye se be ya beboa entim one de nani age se 2 games as Spain boy no owura de tede Lamin Yamal akwada nyame no ono nso ntimi amobie omo hwe se ne wonto ne mro no ne ho betimi abamfaso ade ama pan sababo ko no ana face Spain nyina eno aye kakra na nyemre eno nso ntimi aba ane ade nyina nso ntimi ya to ne mo no na me pacho Mikel Arteta ankasa de nsempina timi de atodwa meba bedi Arteta de no nkomo ne mom no me rom no papa ne tin ade Josep Pep Guardiola ansa Guardiola city manager na papa ne se hwe no kwasem ne ono de okapa de a ansna boboko no omo gina omo na so etesa bele waso aba no omo ya strong team ente strong team be etesa ansna no sa omo wo ho a ade obetimi aka and se league no eso omoje okan ya na nkrofo bi se hwe Papa ni play mind games or person put pressure on Arsenal. Guardiola on Arsenal bobo kono yentiebi.
Is a team as strong as Arsenal. Is a team as strong as it is in the last seasons, not just this season. I guess so. It is in the last many things. Season, the feeling that I had in the past, many things. So the feeling that I had against Liverpool, I had the feeling that will not drop much points. Against Liverpool, I had the feeling that will not drop much. Take a lot of distance. Will be difficult to catch up with what's similar like Liverpool last season. And after that, you play. I had that moment, experience now. We have in our careers, and we take advantage for 9, 10, 12 points. You play that games more easy and nothing wrong happen if you drop.
Fantastic into a city manager and did it Guardiola and then you what is sound something in media as Arsenal a strong team as say no almost a German affair a German in Amatimia and a come and no a kakra and you a toga and a chassis sound some and on some media ama bibian some Timia Queno Yurem our Manchester United Bobo Kono Mebacho Amori Ruben Amorim Nim come on a mediano Papa Casadia fought the players on Baba Afcono or say boys in the Ukraine be Manchester name bia no omo anyai omo time so mo bano on mecha kakra enunti ana United and so our academy boys in the bebre no and United senior side no are training akwaba sana bebre na on be push omo amom entino owura ne dire Amorim ose boys ne kwa ebe ha dwene de name no ajabi wu a ajabi tiase.
When they are going to the can, I expect to have Ben back.
Have you been told yet when those 3 players will go to?
No, we have the rules. When we have to release the players, we will see. We are doing our job to try to maintain the players a little bit longer, but it's not just in our hands. We need to respect that, but we will try to do everything to protect the club.
All right, enti sani ya ni ye chane kakra na fe yakue ne mo ama chasedi akapia eno nsom atimi aba ama bibia nsom atimi akoye kama ye nwure mo na ye ni nkoma akade nyina ama bibia nsom ntimi nkoso Liverpool bobo kono ana manager ne dide Arna Slot ose no kurenie se omo sign defender se January de aha ala kiyaye we are emaso na ono de o ka enya de se ben ho kura se Liverpool team no January say ye ba be ka say omo kwa sign defender say there be say no Liverpool books signing a defender January no enka ho say e bia da chemi so omo dwene ho a ana ni nyina abebem Arna Slot ne nsem ne nie.
Talking about signings in the winter break, I think there are so many games to be played before that, and in the position we are in, it's the last thing that's on my mind. Maybe not on Richard's, but it's the last thing on my mind. So it's not a topic at all for me at the moment. We have at this moment of time 3 centre backs where. With Joe Gomez included, of course, and maybe Ryan and Wata who can play in that position.
Fantastic enti Liverpool manager Arna Slot and at this sound 7 yana and some letimi apano na ebereti eze asia Idris Eba fato so eno no wanko Kanu di akonya no kakra lecture say bibia timi akoso ne ade gene tata no na ebereti eze say yewura wo pa na mehia wo say de wo si gina Hollywood bu faso na etu ewu to enam krofo aso ho na ekoba na Idris Eba say hwe asna jesi ne hyeme no hwe wo de hwe o anwanwani na mom na ha ne nyina na one owura ne dire eberechi eze anso eba be interview ani nyina no anso na betimi abakama ama bibia nso no etimi akwa video we si akwabena de Al Nassr wa abra mo ba camp na zero ane boys aka no omo nso wura mo no eno nso na da so no nti the boss player wanko Kanu ene ye Friday yentia master jobo generator expert chairman Kwaku mena Sun and Stone chairman boss was what ya pa men we so belated happy birthday and on chairman Samson Ashanti region Sun and Stone organizer amo say men for montia emfama and Cosmos on so paradise omo de bia airport run about omo tie pa omo nyina no ebi mo frem omo nkra de bedi me ho na se me kan frem mu omo te me kan e kire ho na se ekoye yo meka se enti Oma Amadu Monkra by Nina no. Ye Omina and Canchomo. Rain so dear or dress and then ya better. And then Friday no fun chessa. With Tiaso papa.
Doctor for Omone.
Yes.
Boys no music cannot teach.
Oh, yes, Omina Chabo. Omina Chabo. Doctor Ray.
Boys need this. Oh,
yes. Oh, yeah, heavy. Doctor Ray.
Your mic here.
But
so Diabo.
All right, I don't.
Nice one.
Well, last year, boy, Juma. Heavy.
What prep
boy, Juma.
Where they from? Where?
But more belated happy birthday.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I mean, I'm Saint Amphinius, I'm say legend in the birthday. Tinyami shall heavy. Never they won't one heavy.
That's it.
As I didn't go here with Timino, I'm a final reading.
Still, I'm going.
United.
Boom, muye. The Yamasha Madrid and Abbasans more.
Oh, also United a team in the Momsomuji trophies.
The Momo dear.
Anna. In United or G trophies.
Last 2 seasons, you had trophy.
Oh, it's some GEP and proper trophy. Magic Champions League. Only I'm a standard. Nah, if you cup and win, they say.
So what kind trophies?
Okay, but proper trophy. They are Canadian accessories.
Anyway, and they are sure. Arsenal for Zajenubi. Mungan Arsenal for Zomuni.
Almost have your Magiana.
I feel there's someone here.
And United is with Magic.
Oh, that be yeah, target league, you know. United, I'm not sure say will be able to set a realistic target for Man United as well in the league. Realistic. For a team last season, plays I think 14 for the 16.
15, 16
you don't expect history. Adrofono. You see, or more they believe in the process. So more who process need the major quantum.
Okay.
And so I share my brother bona omuje nipadi.
Okay.
Especially nipa or more building.
Sure.
So I share brofuna, they believe in themselves.
Sure.
Entina when Rooney be jabo bona no nya big coaching job. Steven Gerrard be jabo unim Rangers. The cat teams have some powers as is wa.
Timpa
Rangers count.
Sure.
Jabo anu nya Rangers coachy.
Sure.
Frank Lampard Derby County.
Sure.
Omo bu premier abo bibin to more championship.
Sure.
Lampard jabo near the amano.
Sure.
What I say? Because they believe in Sheffield Vincent Company.
Sure. Straight to Bayern.
Yeah. Pep Guardiola pay free Barca and Quadam straight near the Barca team Kainama.
Sure.
That is the level of which omo hudi.
Okay.
Baye hano.
This
all badada. Wouldn't number and I know 11 wonders for epic could I go for J Sapon.
Finance
Bremo buy 21 days and was said Maron. Wajai 3 matches. Oh, yeah. Yes, I agree that sometimes the young guys need to disappointed here. But generally, I see a chance in a GDO in every aspect of life. Abroad from life, France 32 years, Macron. Sure. You're talking about the president.
Sure.
The whole of USA 44 years, Obama, no matter what.
Sure.
That is the level of Mujo.
Almost more Acadian anybody year Juma.
Mujo Hudi.
By an Acadian count.
The Acadian.
But you know, Jumana Mana for the account. Yes, I was in the boys because you're Mutomoka. When you be in that. And you will be. Do you coach out to perform it?
Generally, no. You believe it's a crewmano, so Usa.
You only answer. Almost only answer. But as a sang
I bet take time.
As a Yamiadum,
Nti Amorim there now or you know. They can't be to say. Shani age credit Man United man, one of the biggest football clubs in the world. Their man is so coaching. What this saying? Chelsea far Villas Boas. So they have the belief in this amount from
young ones more develop your
money. Unim so be to me aye. Nti na or you know.
Okay.
So ya na say mfa kwan mu de obeja akwa.
Nti Arsenal trusted Ateta for 5, 6, 7 years now.
Ateta ja ball no could deep Guardiola chibe 2 years. Arsenal dia man.
The hasn't got to go pam da da.
Oh, my son. Supporters in the free houses. Ya onyade coach ni nyade. China ya
oboko. Okay. Legend that's sure. Legend Mamin Chelsea for Muti 102.9 Otec Royal Sports, one of the biggest sports show we do Friday evening there. Hano bia etie inti yeda se vema plus ye ba na yede apomodin komo kakra e de aba be she program so bia aye kama because wa oni apomodin krampa komo ayedi china oboko eyie oboko wedding oboko programs apomodin no pa untumi nkobi nti apomodin de ehunhia broni se health is wealth nti se o apomodin a o ahunya de inti se ye ka pomodin koma tituna efi Vema Plus ampacho bomoden na tie bi na onso wetu na mo na tuma boa me pacha Vema Plus e na produce Prostar Vite X Drive Lito ena Dinat capsules me pacha ye ni wodin komo afa infections ho eya nkofo freka doctor me ne oba endada me ne bema endada nanso me koye test no doctor say me ogono me was syphilis eba ne sen me pacha oye oba obetumi nya gonorrhea on have sex oye be obetumi nya gonorrhea aba woni oba eni nhyiemu on sebu ha sabi ofifi okofi oba na no ana se sabi ukoye oral sex inti ono no wamfa wo japade na de ye nemu ode wano ana se wonsa se empo ade atwaw ana se ekuro bi da nipa na no ho ana se ne genitals no se bi ne japade no ho na oni ne konya contact na wonso wo cat bi wo ho a emuwa no betumi afa sa kwan no so akọ umogem inti enye oba bia na sabi yekisi no enye bema bia na sabi yekisi no inti so wonso bia no eyekuro sabi wonso obi na japade ne ba so ne bema ho ekuro wo ho a pimples bi sisi ho a rashes bi wo ho a eya enene ni nhyiemu ewonde enye saboma infection because one infections are se wo ba ho a eye hu pa ye gonorrhea and syphilis oba enyem oba na ewo se oba wo gonorrhea ana oba wo syphilis a through eye childbirth no ana awo mu no otumi transmit eye yare no de ma newborn baby na onim bibia no because awo nsuo no sabi eye asa moa no so efra inti akore beba wo no na be kaka nani ne ya akweba won sabi na hwene amfom ye na no ayebasa ubosa akweba won one ahoden dodo na aye infection oba ne nyaye na ode nyeme na ne ode ama akwara no ono ntie ye pesa wo chese oye oba eya abon ban from infections because in demo no ubenya infection sanso no ne be man so nhia botumi enya infection eduro be na wonom na wo bo ho ban from infection ana ono ntie kanfo Prostar Vite capsules Prostar Vite capsules ediamount say enemre 21st century womi and now ema infection endokro bon ban yes early prevention is better than cure inti sasase na oso ano a enkofo how bia emfa emro hwehwe Prostar Vite na no mame menu aba wutie be man so wutie me on so be man na ye mu kekaw o feel sharp pains bi e wo be mamu on se discharge bi nsuo bi fu be mam ba especially wakọ toilet no chima na nsuo fita bi fu be mam eba enye good sign kira wo se infections adoklo gonorrhea syphilis no on so be man shrinking fon wa na fon bedu baby no na agye na wo kra wo ye be ma born by from infection me se oni oba bi kokoda we bi come an lab test inti unim di oba ne wo be ma no so unim di owo oni tie se no Prostar Vite no ekura antibacterial property ekita antifungi and ekita antivirus inti se virus cause infection say a fungi and a bacteria onom Prostar Vite capsules na esi anokwan e de maw na bibia enso etumi akama sanso na member ye prostate no ye bon ho ban ene ya ka cho say number one product e dey regulate bema prostate ye fa no Prostar Vite capsules e member to bia no de bia sampa omotonom ye no omahu so faso jonso na jonso berebe no ojonso a emaye ojonso na bi akem ojonso na mu apa mienu okoda na jo a ontumi nda obajonso asansa na de ya che no onom Prostar Vite no wo mu se ene ne ho ato no sa na pesa wo su di adanse kope Prostar Vite eto oya abrantie wetwem 35 years no Prostar Vite capsules for both prostate no ban your prostate enlargement your prostate cancer your prostatitis they na affecting member prostate emre especially unfie ne ekonanim inti se wan so no ntema ubetwem 40-50 no na ekofo how edi abro ye wade for this asomatic reaction bemabu won mo nya 40 onya 50 onyo so mamu mpaida ti na dwene se ne prostate enye kese o prostate aye kese so koye test abon hu sampa enam se unyiri no o prostate aye kese one day people say so kan no na Johnson emba urinary incontinence and urinary retention mama ebi ento no Prostar Vite capsules Prostar Vite capsules and mama ya so mo catheter sebi ya sha ne rubber onama na Johnson sebi esen ho odade ma na Johnson e kana won paso no enye good sign eyenim guase yare me pacho ye ho aduro uhia prostavite empo ya show catheter ana akoye test PSA test prostate specific antigen test doctor confirming amount say ene prostate ahono we about 4 but just say onom prostavite e be regulate no bibia e kama oni ani come on 0244 370 702 0244 370 702 or 050 210 4343 050 2104343 Shannon so say oba wedi abro 10 years no dana Johnson man prostavite capsules no no adansiri no ebebre sebi mrantie ne nketese mo adwunso krobo ofie no no mo pen omadu mo pen fie so no om papa no ma me tobi mo no mo yere mo from say doc isi me ban wo ja Johnson no sane ya hwehwe eye how na wo ono prostavite adwunso krobo no etu obetwa na bia ai kama legend ya wo eye X drive ne de emema nyina se ampa eno mu di agro pa wedem ene fia de nwumre bema bi ahyehye adwuma pa no bo adwuma pa because wanonom X drive akane ntirimu adane mojem ebiebie ntirinim moje di ni peduma fusane fini tirisuko se ni nase ogina so pampe sana e wosa oye bema da bia na se obi mo wani dawo na o mema sem ne de emfa ni agro because bema de what is so jani o what is yanko no afa utuo because bema ensa wo twen se me hu bema kasa I'm not in the mood da bema de always we are in the mood o de match na ma beje sana se bema body ni eye na emranche bi ho asabi ompema gudie ni nkoye onya de akra wo mpem ebi fa se doctor mo 37 years mentumi ni oba and die more than 3 minutes da my idea pa 3 minutes mu be sane me 37 years na sabi oni oba da 3 minutes na ho sane ana below 3 minutes then unya 60 years mbata how many seconds enti oye bema e was so shan so se o mema sam de emfa ni agro in as much as all person build the wealth usika sem koye unya fat back account no hwese unya sika ni nyina na oba no ba ware oba no ne betena no se want to man certify no one pema oba no be fa no ho adwene ntie wo adefo sikafo bebre omo yere no fo machi because bema no ntumi perform e won pem bema no mema sem enkoye oya branch e wutie mi a jai masturbation jai sabi wi nom jai sanom jai sanio mano sanu mani nyina contribute to weak performance e won pem into both a sexual weakness adokro mranche bebre enebu 30 years ebu 35 ebu 47 ni bema ewu as a result of says abrabo yi me pacho se ene o emre won pem obema sora hwode nim ontumi ni oba ni agro won pem oba ni nje bema bi tie me oni oba ni nhye won pem ema onwi oba ni nda na se da ono kira se ene wa mma adwuma so bo adwuma pa ko wura angela oba na sabi otina tinka pa uwi obeda wase ne body language which was ampa obo adwuma nti mrantie na hwetere sam papa bi tie me omo adwuma nti opon adwuma pa ntumi nkofie because okọ oba na be chena we ne mema semato form wonya diabetes wonya pressure untumi perform e won pem yes unya diabetes unya pressure edwedwo mema sem na Vema Plus more assurance se wonom X drive capsules ebe correct how no efiwo ebe bia ntirinim angwa hodro adeda wontirim emamagya ntumi furo ni peduom no ebe kla na efiwo edi amount obema so ahwode anim edu ahmache 4 to 6 on town so obema sorry no eye sign e cho wapomudi nkoye na omema sap enkoye emema eneno numbness ananse chemopa no monom X drive capsules stroke ebon kaye uhia X drive capsules ye wolito obi a wokasa wanum ewonka sebi wa motuem ewonka wuyi amama wuyi flames bebre wudidi na gina obo hwehwe little capsules wotowaso utirimu bon wati edura so utirimu ebon yare na wo hwehwe little capsules wonum be hwam wa motuem be hwam no bibia kama ede mam ye wo dinat no ukonfichira wote yaw ubunsa emaye ubunsa na sebi 1 day 2 days na twa sabi watenka nyina teko oba wonhu se watenka ne enkoye nti be ma na ninje oni che di nkwala na chino be nkwala no mo libido level e wo soro ti ho betuma nwa ukunu no o mafie ma me yo hwadro bosome so na tum menstruate ya hwehwe dinat why family plan ye wie no o menstrual cycle no ai basa hwehwe dinat capsules ai insabuom hawo nyina no ye de dinat capsules ene correct ma bibia aye fine emre ne ko Mesa soba friend on yedin komo se doctor na metie mo mate dinat mate lito mate x drive and mate prostavite no me pacho me fa ne sen me how nie 0244 370 702 0244 370 702 ana 050 210 4343 050 210 4343 Oko Herbal Shop pharmacy shop here Prostavite X Drive Little any dinner tonight available papa sure legend
nyame aduma na sure all right it was on for Dr. Ray and I'm in Kanu. Senior na boko die.
Oh senior. Radio dum ni ahwe no mani bi ye.
Ye da nyame ase.
Na won de ne.
Oh nyankopon dum, nyame adum meja.
Okay.
Iguso. Ami kura mu. Ai. Na na me kan about enrani e kan about ye nua ba BB of Absaban.
Yes, Edum.
Yeah.
Ana me ka se BB die. Wakai me BB bia na minim ne pa. And BB phobia minimum bia omo ye heavy mo. Yeah.
Ti enumere so my acknowledging on na ye na say for say oti de bia. Na me kire say ono na oye prestige manager ɛwɔ Absa Bank ɔmo branch ɛwɔ Adum.
Yes.
And nani edge and show ni ho. I can 100% confirm say can you crown OT in life.
Yeah. Oh wow.
The bankers no almost am ready after nam kwan so kofi o.
I say I feel ni bi o market kakeke no ma bu mama.
O go to Georgia Hotel traffic ni mu a. Wait me di be 1 hour. O na me interchange so say u di so ho sa. So enti numere ya dana say e chia no so for the bia so tie show.
Yeah.
We say Dr. Manfo.
Aye. I also doc nekan ho asem.
Yes.
Yes.
Dr. Bibi, Dr. Amanfo aka Sir Bibi.
Any NHS say Bibi introduce Bibi.
Aha. All right.
My Inchiano.
And then birthday be very special. And on your special and chairman can do but special.
Yeah.
Police officer or inspector, sorry. Inspector Felicia Busu.
Okay.
Felicia wo Ejiso.
Okay.
Honorable boy Juma.
Hey, inspector.
Inspector. I was Bob Brown police mupa. Me go back police I woni hwe awe constable. No abenya homa ba ko. No a lance corporal. Ufre no anu akwa homa mienu. Eno no ye corporal. No akwa miensa sergeant. Ansa na wako inspector. Omo ne border dey shine bi no. Eno miensa inspector. Eko 4 eno ye chief inspector. Until free her. Or
chief inspector. Oh wow.
Enti Felicia
service no so fatani
pa. Hey, now who Felicia uniform mupa full picture.
Aye, we cry a half picture.
We have who need full picture to me say yes.
Sure.
Nye police no call pa dia was enko first lady. Go we pa o mampinire pa no dinachi anu munya wom.
Oh, service no fatani. Seriously.
Ti yema happy birthday. Let me share it.
Yeah.
A day after mine.
Yes, so now you're not, and then I can't come baboom the same day.
All right, so
Tinyamisra no
yeah, just police command.
Yeah, bomb say every bana ye bonidi and ye chief inspector.
Yeah, or even
Feder, sure.
DSP, ASP, so on that line.
No name.
All right, Kobe, Mati, I've been quite no more. Yen shas here weekend, you know, football weekend na san babiem na o hwe fixtures ni mu ana chese weekend yi be de oh ba ko pa ma se me areho yesi de na ya ni biem
oh unse ko pa man kasa injury no e ba no. I remember after West Ham United game no Enzo Maresca ka say person will stay out for a period be or back return no. Not just say BBS so correct or fully fit. But when players are returning from injury, BBS TMC.
That's where their domestic injury. If you know as we're breaking the toes then.
Aye. So Intiana or more advice say the things you do. So where you move to and the kind of normal obey because do baby you are fragile. Anything it me my situation worse. But we are just praying say mobile me I recover as quickly as possible. Many sure say you serious sir. So Chelsea fans no can only pray say obey me I fit because se Copa my fit the other match Chelsea no heavy.
More than enough.
Absolutely. And such players, no, what you can do for them is to pray, say, stay fit for most part of the season. Because Ankobane Sana say Ulu for most part of the season is a big issue.
As a Chelsea fan, Obekase without Kupama no my idea. My okay. I mean, what do me sure say Copa me pray no e ma Chelsea fu p spirit back form kakra GD back form because he's been the engine since last season.
Yes,
and the AB are more expected p and Chelsea now me too expected even without Copa and if he say my idea in his absence.
Oh, you see, one thing that is
personal view on this.
No problem.
Chelsea for
Matthias Senior. You see, I dare back where you clear and say Chelsea, players are, especially about midfield and Nimo, whether right wing, left wing, or let's say number 10 rule. So, here na Chelsea were options because in some key games, Enzo Maresca, Amie who say, obetimi kra a movie Cole Palmer away from the number 10 position. Na or the Enzo Fernandez alcohol. Na in Enzo absence on midfield alongside Caicedo no, or the Reece James captain if only he's fit. Abenfinfu abe partner Caicedo. And if you remember, even in the Club World Cup final against PSG now, Emma Chelsea supporters' confidence so far ahead of the season. No? It was the same thing the coach did. Kupa Mambo, the usual number 10. He was more like operating from the right wing. So, Enzo Fernandez mo the number 10 role. And aside that game, other games are coach na na Chelsea enya very good, performances, score lines, any idea. In terms of the league, in the last few games, so check Chelsea last 3 games in the Premier League. I think the only issue defeat na Chelsea nya at home to Sunderland, and on that fateful day, Kanu, I don't think Chelsea lost the game because of the absence of Cole Palmer. I thought that the coach could have done better, even in the player selection, in the substitution, any the approach to the game and all of that. I thought that on that day, not Chelsea build up so slow against Regis side, Sunderland, or what typical 5-4-1. And almost every time, we know a lot of numbers, especially so about away games. And such teams say or build up no too slower, especially on occasions on be attack you. So now or catch you on the break, a man tough for you to break them down. And in that particular game, now almost every time beyond Chelsea any advantage too slow until before na Sunderland for recover with a lot of players in the midfield and also at the back. And for me, I think generally Chelsea, they've done well in the absence of Cole Palmer. What I say, because they said the American, even in the last 3 Premier League games, you would say that okay, so it was only Sunderland. After Sunderland, Chelsea are share Spurs. Chelsea are Wolves. Of course, in terms of Wolves there, you can say a struggling side. But if you are able to beat Spurs, I think it is always good. Especially this season that you say Spurs, a team no more was compared to last season. So I think that generally, if you lose your key player in Cole Palmer, as you see a top 2 performers in the Chelsea setup, even some people believe Sieka, the first player, Yabeka say was so influential, very decisive, very reliable. Our Chelsea team anymore. A lot of people believe that on any day it is Cole Palmer. It doesn't matter what happens. So and he said in the absence of Cole Palmer, especially after West Ham United game, na Ceciano after some 11 games into the season, Premier League. So Chelsea position, not Chelsea a third after 11 games. Chelsea got at 20 points, which means that between Chelsea and Arsenal or that league table on the top, just 6 points. You are looking at some 2 games. Wabraya, but only 11 games out of 38 games. It means we have a lot to play. That's what I say. And he said after 11 games, Chelsea without Cole Palmer after some 2-3 games. Now Chelsea position that's a third with 20 points, 6 wins, and then 2 draws with 3 defeats. Generally, I don't think say that bad. So
okay.
But on any day, say Kopama beka a massive addition because I mean the odd table no so there. I mean sure say especially when the position no obi betimi better. You may have other players who betimi agine mabo Chelsea will be good to go. So as you say, but as to say obi wo ho obebo better than Cole Palmer there. For now, me sure will be a treasure. Maybe you can cite the 18-year-old Estevao, but can we all know say Afein Woba.
All right.
So what you say, especially in the Premier League, in generally it's not bad.
Matthias. I'm for some film say a man Champions League of Africa no. A very end year. Na third place no Farabat. Sorry. Mazembe. Third place. Almost Massa. Massa women. Almost 3-1.
No.
Na once again Ghana Emaba Wano Ejinemu Porsche Abuache, captain of Black Queens. And Afe Ababa Wani didn't tell my bafo any Grace a champion. Omunina STT game no Emma TP Mazembe Mano. Emma Muni 3-1. Tomona J Bronze and a final game no Farabat. Yes, Omumano and a J. Wamusha Sek Mimosa by 2-1. The starting game now 13th minute. And Ait Hanani Ait El Haj was her first goal Emma Farabat for no. And a sec for the taker Ababa friend Ami Diallo. So do Cote d'Ivoire or heavy brutal on a take, and then 85th minute no Zineb Redouani a winning goal no Emma Farabat. And Emma the Champions League is over. Morocco I host and win. I have one across anime.
She said the BBI is about it's about Morocco.
All right, go be 5 from Kakana.
Baby out there fade here. We can quickly talk about the Premier League. So the Premier League 2025-2026 season enter match day 12 this weekend. Now there were some interesting games. Because we be Chelsea at 70 Kanu. Let me start from there. Chelsea.
And no opening game.
Yes.
It's not 12:30.
12:30. Now, the Chelsea go away to Burnley. Now, I remember the last time at Chelsea visited the same venue. No, it was October 2023, and Chelsea went there. It was very easy, very very easy. 4-1. And you remember around that time, Nianoye manager for Burnley. It was Vincent Kompany. And we all know that now that season, Burnley Bobo on Kama. But no like the experience. Nti Omulusu a lot of points, which is the reason why eventually they were relegated. Kompany and had the chance to be with Bayern Munich the following season. Until the last time at Chelsea visited Hono, it was a good scoreline for Chelsea. Even though the reverse fixture it was Stamford Bridge in somewhere March 2024, no, Chelsea about 2-2 with the same Burnley side. But I won't say Chelsea at the away side. Now, I think say if you look at the game, any how it is, obviously, all the two teams no to table no swa. The first team I be pick say your favorite Chelsea. Now, especially when after Sunderland defeats, no, as a Chelsea are bouncing back to winning ways, especially in the Premier League. Because after the Premier League, ABI you talk about the EFL Cup and also the Champions League. But all the Champions League, any EFL Cup, in the last 5 games at Chelsea, Abono, the only defeat at Chelsea, that defeat now Sunderland, at Chelsea, it was Stamford Bridge. And then they had a draw in the Champions League against Karabakh. Mikai said, "Sa game no, na man for disappointed pa the way a man at Chelsea draw that game no." But in the Premier League conversation, the last 2 games at Chelsea abo against Wolves and Spurs, Omapeke all the 6 points. but so the kototo Burnley the no it is a completely different story, because I mean they've lost to West Ham United, and we know say West Ham is a struggling side. Of course, defeat to Arsenal it was understandable, because this is an Arsenal side that we know say is so strong and all of that. But for the last weekend before the international break draw, now it's very difficult for anybody to break Arsenal down. To say Arsenal side we Burnley by 2-0. You can understand. So I'm just saying that generally, as a Burnley is stable, even though in terms of play on the field, they can play the ball, they can put passes together, and movement to be able to say, wow, this is a very good side. But again, I think say problems are facing that experience to make sure say at a crucial point we holding on to the scoreline. For example, defeat Burnley against Manchester United. It was a game there was at least a point in that game. Looking at how a game and how Omunya chance a bad game, but in the end, last minute, United took over, had a penalty, and finished the game. They left the game with no point. And they don't look like a stable side, and they don't look too strong to say the Sunderland for Ayen and saying beating Chelsea and stopping Arsenal before the international break. And I'm sure say you can say the same story about this Burnley side. But the other thing also is that Chelsea so and Shedanye too consistent. Even in the Champions League near there, losing to Bayern Munich, beating Benfica, drawing, and as a inconsistencies no. It be injuries. I've spoken about coaching, so sometimes changes be on the lineup, many substitutions, or sometimes it be but it looks like in the last 2-3 games, as a Chelsea is becoming stable, especially also about Fofana, any Chaluba, Chelsea look okay, and it looks like say coach prefer Gusto or right back, and or prefer to push Obiti say Reece James to the midfield, even if say Reece James and as the right back in Chelsea attack here, say move here ko midfield honum. Na Chelsea assassin ako sa 3-back shape. Enti all in all, factors now so take boxes now. I think say most of them echo in favor of Chelsea. Enti ebia the only surprising thing be see in this game no will be say na Burnley any Chelsea atweati ama aye draw. And I say surprisingly Chelsea could lose to that game. But looking at where Chelsea is coming from, any resource no menya in recent times, especially in the Premier League, I don't think say the see when Chelsea played against Sunderland that Chelsea lose all the 3 points, likely to repeat itself. Now, Madrid say recently now say Chelsea gathered the right momentum, they can step on it to get something better in this game. A win or draw for Chelsea is something that I think say is secured. But from baby at Chelsea eBay, anywhere Omaba Bijne, I think it will be very good if Chelsea it means the 3 maximum points. Abasa, you become consistent with wins any idea, and teams are likely to pick the Premier League title this season. So as we speak, City will race him, Arsenal will race him, Chelsea will, and all of that. It is still open. And these are some of the games are typical of Chelsea. Taking advantage of the situation now. Just like it happened in October 2023, or the same venue at Chelsea kunya a convincing win. I think say for the win, Chelsea will need it. It be heavy to say back in 2023 at the same venue. But whatever be the case, say 2-1 a 1-0, the Chelsea be here is the win to keep them in the race. And me sure say a game Maresca beat me experiment BBM. He needs to be consistent and make sure say Obenya ne selection nini BBR right, and Chelsea will be too strong for Burnley even though it is an away game. Na see a timba kunswa attention abano so Pep Guardiola side. Manchester City. Last season was a terrible season for Pep Guardiola as a manager and in the City side. No. Now, because omu free sa asia ho na ebanti asia ho not in the case omu da form when it comes to the Premier League table, because where we knew them to be say omu na G almost every year in recent times anyo omu a Liverpool ni ade no, losing in that manner and how almost struggle here for most part of the season. No, I think say ama omu come back now a bit slow, but generally I think say we City side ni carefully they are picking up, and it is very good for Pep Guardiola. And no man is very dangerous. So we Arsenal now take lead after 11 games. Na City abeda second ediwechi. Na City between City and Arsenal just 4 points Emma pressure Dania or Dasrun, in this case Arsenal. So and it is a worry to any other team Biana or the Premier League title this season, not just Arsenal now or that top no. In the last few games, I think it's been good for the Pep Guardiola side. Now, Omo back up against Eddie Howe side. Yes, in the last few years, investors buy Newcastle and especially when they are playing home ground, St. James's Park, they look dangerous. But we all know, say, this season, Newcastle are the same as last season. Obviously, because they've lost Alexander Isak. Omu main man of course. Nick Votamada Mabani Adie Omu Yomafem. But I'm not sure say up to the level where na obiti say Alexander Isak Edema Newcastle. Omu ye weakened a bit. Is the reason why even if you check the Premier League table, Ubungu said Newcastle position no ain't too good. And in the last game they played, Brentford humble Newcastle. Whilst na City humble Liverpool no, Brentford and so at the same time or that particular match weekend and so humble Newcastle. So Newcastle is coming back to Omufie to face City with a defeat Omukunya against Brentford. And if Ukolusu away now Befie on any day, Nakanu opponent the City side, especially a City side that this season, if it Miaka say Omodi money was so compared to last season, it is a worry. And Maunya, that kind of headache, they say you have a very tough game ahead of you. But the good news for City, they say, even last season, Anna City here poor no. When they went to the St. James's Park, even when City were poor no, Kanu, they didn't leave the venue with a defeat. At the end of that game on the 28th of September 2024, na City in Newcastle Akobo 1-1. And it was even interesting to note that the reverse fixture no City humble Newcastle by 4 goals to 0. And it is not like City even on encounters with Newcastle when they were down Numpokakrano that bad. And again, I expect say Pep side no leave the venue at the end of the game tomorrow with at least a point, which means this is not a weekend St. James's Park. Me expect to say City Bekwa lose all the 3 points. In fact, if you look at the how team nene omu form now, so man careful before they realize they will have another defeat after Brentford defeat. No,
okay.
And, I think that omu the end there, it is a strong fight and also put it in to be able to get something. But Liverpool, yentimi nka wabra ibe you on free equation him because can women defending champions. And before the start of the season, near TP teams no, you will mention Arsenal, but whatever be the case, Obe mention Liverpool. But interestingly, so far it hasn't been the best. It been an America say the last Premier League encounter before the international break between Liverpool and Manchester City. No, we saw how it went. It was a convincing, defeat. So what you say?
Convincing defeat.
Okay, let me say a convincing win. A heavy defeat. So defeat now City the man Liverpool. No, you can say that it was a heavy one, and City had a convincing win. And so we had the dynamics of the game. Liverpool were not competitive. And say Liverpool problems no. Omuntimi jump out of the problems entirely. And omudi kwakobo at home against Nottingham Forest. Maybe the good news is that Forest is a struggling side. Omo tried to bounce back. Of course, Omo tries to bounce back no. We've seen that Omo has stopped some teams. So what I say, especially the game on Manchester United boy. And you remember ahead of that game, now United in a very fine form with even player of the month, coach of the month, for Manchester United. But Forest, and making sure some best stop United from defeating them, and they picked the point. And from there, no, on next 2 games on Mabo, they have 1 win against Leeds, and then the other is a draw. So generally, as a Forest side, so pick up gradually. It is another game. Liverpool will not have it easy, even though naturally you expect Liverpool or Anfield say they will fight to get the victory. And of course, whichever way you look at it, or me a favorite ahead of the game. But the problem is that this is a Forest side. A lot of changes. But it looks like gradually, say, who players know a field no so not even what the coaches teaching them, but players nankasa on the field no attitude near very positive because more down. They need to fight and come back. Especially when last season at some point are very competitive. This season na enoma enkwe and they are picking up. And Liverpool have a difficult game. So na I expect say Forest ebema Liverpool a tough one. Na say individual players there be me come ho asem no and rise it to the occasion. Na manager no so and departed from playing the likes of Kekets no any idea ahead of Robertson. Of course, in the last few games, Robertson was see a bono, McAllister was see a bono. I think it's good. Maybe with that at home, Liverpool beat me, and a very difficult victory. But whatever be the case, victory is important. They will need a victory. Even though I expect say game to be tough. But once ahead of the game na and a slot aiding Komona. Well, last year stories no. Not manager Neka say he's not looking at signing a centre back in January. And I was surprised. Because seriously, Kanu say Liverpool side no. Now a department where they will need to add up or beef up. Without the centre back position, because we all know Van Dijk and Konate and that reliable. And untina nanko mope Crystal Palace guy was a man gay and a last minute deal me and go through. But whatever be the case at home, they will have the atmosphere behind them. I expect so beat me. I had the need for now. Omu 2 years. So say Arsenal will play on Sunday against Spurs and we
London derby.
Sunday we'll have time to discuss that. So I think that will be it in the Premier League. But whatever be the case, I expect say big teams ebenya good score lines.
Okay.
So what you say this very weekend, that will be it. When it comes to Manchester United, I've always said, say
Sunday,
okay. But me say now more in bon common here there. He's even discussing AFCON players will be loose.
He was asked.
Saying and then he answered. He said something. So what I say now. Okay, baby, I know. Say whatever be the case, they need to respect the situation. And I think he needs to respect that because he is a competition, And these are our guys. Okay. When they have to come, they need to come. Could we need a man?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Yes. It may be painful, but you do what? ombehu the way ombesi akano.
All right.
Ebano Bundesliga, I expect Bayern Munich to bounce back. On say Bundesliga no Kanu. Yeah, enter match day 11 last weekend or the weekend before the international break. No, na match day 10. Now, when all of us na expect to say the Bayern Munich side, a 10 out of 10. No, unfortunately, Omuko drop a points, and that game, Kanu, even though Bayern Munich drew, but Omumami who say, Omu are very, very dominant. As we speak, se wonfa Canadian meka krana. So what you say? Because at some point, getting to the end of the game, they were down by 2-1, and they kept fighting and omu pushi ma pressure now onto Harry Kane. Enya that equalizer for them. And unfortunately, Oma intimia nyeno 10/10 the weekend before international break. Even though Omuko away. But this weekend, Bayern is at home against Freiburg. And it's obvious. Say, when no will be expected. So, until Dortmund, money Leverkusen, mubetimi aye bi wachiro any idea. But in the end, I think that adia ebe nwanwe bisi and say every weekend be ebeti so be ni Bayern Munich abedro and say shockingly team be defeated Bayern Munich. I've always said say on side na too strong. See 30 points no. They have 28 out of 30. And it is so because before the international break, no, Omo echo draw away 2-2. And I expect them to bounce back to winning ways. Italy is so tight. Roma womb, Inter womb, Napoli womb, any idea. But I think the only game among teams no more competing for the title as we speak, or more race name no, China, Napoli. And so far, if you look at Napoli, ne Roma, no many idea, can woman na baby the Inter. Inter is leading with I think 24 points. The second and third positions, ni na kuta 22. And it is a very competitive season. Italy, and may assure say Roma, Napoli, Inter, Milan, to some extent to be timid. Maybe a Juventus Mukra Bembi will push to make the Serie A very interesting. It is likely to be like last season. Yebe we krani intimi hu obia Kanu obetimi apeke the title. Okay. So what you say? That will be La Liga right. And so I think we'll have time.
Yeah.
Na Sunday ni adie ye di hu komo bad. Me sure say Barcelona would love to win against Bilbao. Who's almost returning to Camp Nou after renovations near there. The last time, we said Lami Yama could haircut be near there just for the game, and they are having almost players in the back. Even before international break, now me scared for Barcelona. No more Kobo against Celta Vigo, right? But eventually, it was a tough game, and so Barcelona and I should make sure say. Omo ebe for the 3 maximum points, and again Lewandowski came to the party to prove the point. Say he's the only reliable scorer anymore for Barcelona.
All right,
Intino, you better say Omo benya another win to push forward.
And you find try home.
And sana nubina shano manabo. And some pain no. Amuzu bitters. What's it? Amuzu bitters. Amuzu bitters.
Mema. Ahwefo ni etiefo nyina kwa baba Amuzu Beverages Enterprise na yedinse bia befe no Amuzu Bitters aka atopa 5000 bitters we yen san edi nubna krojen how bie ni achiri yedi ahye na etiefo a omoteba me hodie duduo na beji Amuzu Co Herbs ekoshe omade no made ibisu beji Amuzu Manpower Herbs na ma konua anaso na kwache omunsa enne bakasa inro mienu nyina bom atuni din Amuzu Bitters de koko hano so twabi na kwani de ose ni be masem ahoodin wo fom se o twa 2 tot 3 tot na ahoodin no epeja no enam damrama eni ododua ayede aka Amuzu Bitters winti oba bi ose oni atenka bɛrima bi a ɔsi oni akɔnɔ ma ne yere onye twa bi a sɛ atenka anaasɛ akɔnɔ no ɛbɛɛni ɛnam sɛ ɛde pɛprɛ ɛne hwintia ɛde afrɛ nti abrɛ nsa no ne pampana no ase ma wotwa bi a ɛnyi w'anum nti sɛ wokɔ dwabɔ bi ase na wopɛ sɛ oni so ɛbɔ ne so kakra a twa bitters why ɛbɔ ani so ba nyi w'anum amuzu bitters tɔɔto baako atopa bebree amuzu bitters obi a otie mi a ɔsi doctor adeɛ kyes me ko dua so a biye mutim anaasɛ constipation ɛwɔ me so onya amuzu bitters twa woyɛ bɛ sane kama obi te bu akɔhoma na so yɛ seven favorite food a na ne kɔndɔ ne no matro otimi nidi onya amuzu bitters twa akɔtwetwa appetite na aba medre na wutimi ni no obedi akaboni kama amuzu bitters eyensa ehwam yie pa enam sɛ nnua na yɛde afrɛ ma hoɔdenti onomu a tipa bia ni akire sɛ metwa amuzu bitters ɛkye manya hangover bibia sɛ ni hɔ sɛ manom amuzu bitters ma ade akyi hunam yɛ me ya daabi nnua na yɛde ahyɛ nsa ne nnua ɛma nipa hoɔdene ma insechi how seti paye uhubi insabrechi how se memwai ha manya hangover no mi hubi we ya insa miya meka kudro so a menu akudro so a menu mu how bia ni akire de otie mi a onu bitters bia mu a no da no se na twa amuzu bitters na yede beba oba bi otie mi a owo menstrual pains obuni se obre pa no onom amuzu bitters mesebo so meso a bɛkɔ fitire kama insan ya meka ho asɛm ehu nya dene ne bo so nya dene sɛ dodoɔ pa na opɛ to dia no aba santase apampatia na wafrɛ na ma 0247 776743 0247 77 6743 amuzu bitters ekoye
apomode mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture apomode mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture
Unia, Pavi, and the Black Smokes Mr. No, Malaria Dronana. Anne, say an answer, who be the same wife, you know, you're tested positive. I am no, says he a cool malaria morning, you know, I'm in negative. Adia, 1 hour, Hepa Plus Mixer, and what do you swabber? Cynthia, I was so immune system, a strong debia, anti Pavi, a support to immune system, no, not Plus Mox, no, so to malaria, no good. Malaria symptoms, at a say, at paye, I fear, one more tour, and 1 numsa. Achakura 4 days, not Pavi, and the Plasmox mixer, 1 nominal, to malaria and asakura. And yes, I dear doctor. From 0542 778572 and 0542 807907. My dear Grady Pa Pavi Plasmox. And Hepa Plus Nina. A pin for about or more manufo, and Quada will infuse the income. Our pharmacist and her bar shop. FDA, I did Jodian Cratway.
Hey, Opani, Mashusha watch, perfect series books here. Oma me koto obi mama mano. O wajajai. Abua wa mo se what to making kind kama. Wa kabrofo. Wow. Na nkontabu akra de ejajai. Wonderful. Mese Ghana for GAJ perfect series. Atumo no de jai. No de animdifuo ene tre wa nwoma bia. Our crèche, nursery, any KG, books bia bi. And our science, creative arts, maths, RME, history, coloring, computing, OWAP. Nina. A free basic 1, equals basic 6. English, every basic 1, equals junior high school. Ne band combine soa, or be English nom and maths nom me say. Books to be anywhere. Perfect series, any be, na GS, any naka, and so I'm approver into a batter pian kotobi maneba. Hey, and that's already so could be crab to me. I could chew Akoton. How many students? Now, and look at the what table one to say, she almost has a mock exams, terminal exams, and a midterm exams. And the master Kuswa, a here one more, at 2 phone call put to a station wa and crying down so mine. First up, and your mama beer, your tonto books beer from 0243 299938 and a 0540 755 465. Perfect series. Your worst future is secured.
Mekopena, Amediane, they say. Mekopena, Amediane, she say. Mekopena, Nye koko se. Sankofa pepe powder me kwa ujawo me shishi. 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 Me shishi wrong. Me shishi wrong. Everyone ever da every sound cover. About to keep a video. Dunya sound cover. Pepper soup where you know. Pepper sound cover. Sound cover pepper powder. Shishi raw. Sound cover pepper powder. Me kwa ujawu. Shishi. 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 Me kwa ujawu. Shishi. Me kwa ujawu. Shishi. Me kwa ujawu. Shishi. Me kwa ujawu. Sound cover pepper powder.
FDA aji ejade nkrato yatum.
Akuma bitters. Wachimakuma. Akuma bitters. Nye.
Otec 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
Right, yaba BMT yankwa animna yemfa die wo so ento aso you can also show this streaming live on your social media platforms no so baby adri there enough of amount for there you be hear so there na fe ya kan ho asem and you be share here with nyame adomo a yen league games no the eba so ochina your games ni be eba so ochina na you be hear na ya kan ho asem na mo am run through messages amodia afa comment section ho aba na fe yen to aso e Adwin Bolobo Madridista Ozenumre Hall City, UK. A hono free. A very good evening to my sweet mom. Eno Akusia Ampoma of Apiedu. Enti eno eye. Nedi odi abano no. All right, yanko anyway. We see Benji in Fancy. We are watching live as usual. From Infancy, we are Chelsea and Barcelona are winning tomorrow. Greetings to Honorable Wisdom of Sebuama. Ben Ajekum. I'll say good evening, Kanu and your amazing crew. Update about our Hilal Omdurman match against MC Alger. Wishing us Santiago all the best in their match against Samatex. Let's go, fabulous. Our Hilal we need by 2-1. We are quite done in Tokwa. Two teams need their boy in your Oibo Boateng from the Bay watching you live. Fabulous. Still the greatest. Nyamia Kwesi, good evening, Mr. Kanu and your crew. Must win for my only team at Santiago on Sunday. I extend my greetings to only mom, Eno Ekia Efri of Bushine. Watching you live from I am free resettlement. Eno Eyenediano. Prince Charles, please Kanu, your t-shirt is very nice. Kindly give it to me. Give me one, okay. I am also a Man United fan. More fire. I'll say our t-shirts there, no size from Prince Charles Chronom. Okay. Filippo Kwabre Kasem, wishing Manchester United the very best of luck in their upcoming league games. Greetings to my daughter Frimpong Mansu and Charles Felix and my mother Auntie Mary of Jeninso. Ernest Boy, I'll say Otec Sports will reign in the region forever. I'm Ernest Boy, the most famous from Cape Coast, Amosima. Yusuf Kwatin was a very good work, Otec, okay? Nanaya Usu finisher. I was a good evening. I'm Frederick, watching you live at Dubai. Keep the fire burning. I want updates from Real Madrid. Yo, Gabriel, no story. I'll say watching the show at Osu Laboni. All right. I'm a Liverpoolian. Despite Steven Gerrard, my all-time penalty taker is Lampard, not debatable. Like Joe, Daniel Kofiche's career is ending through injury. For the past 3 seasons, he has never kicked the ball. Very sad. King P, I'll say Ochia Chelsea. Also a update on Chelsea or real life from Sakrauno. Bismarck Fosu. So see a demon numero man so takrase. Greetings to my wife, Yarira, and children, Kojo Fosu and Kweku Fosu at Atunsu Ramzia. Belated happy birthday to you, Kanu. Can't wait for your sumptuous analysis. You analyst, okay. All right, Mate. Since club leagues are back, Bismarck for Sudiano no. Shoto cannot say Walasti more fire. Keep on from Shotos. Shaggy Junior. Good evening. I'm Shaggy Junior, and I'm enjoying your show live at Tafo. More updates from Real Madrid. Eno Enidia or the Abenumri and so eno. Boatin Bar. I'm Boatin Bar. I'm watching you live from Cote de Diacon. All right, Boatin Yada Sibibre. Kylian Mbappe. Also watching as usual, the wonderful and powerful foreign presentation from Walasti. You are doing great. Watching the show loud and clear inside Tech SG Mall. All right. Okrai Kumu, African child. I invite him. Was Sundays be our borigi or bolive and you are panty memory. Hey, said any pempio. Kofi J exhibit. Belated happy birthday to you, Kanu. Radin Shaupi. I haven't seen Ghana Premier League players exchanging jerseys. Why? Because only enough. It's simple. Yeah, teams no jersey no. Omo bo no mo see their bo. So unti we could change our hardware. Very soon, very very soon. We are watching you live from the UAE, Mr. Lonely. All right, yeah, that's it. Ajman George, I say I'm a Kotoko fan, but the referee is not helping them. If we go to Africa, Trinidad Kudia, when decisions against Kotoko, I say when decisions against Kotoko, Kumasi presenters will talk it much, but for the team. Small talk from Atrima Kufuria. All right, I mean, check down 2 messages, Nasimum. We see Ajman George. Okay, my kind George message is here. Ben Ajekum. I'll say Kofi Labi is still on foreign sports. Kofi Ajman Blackman watching you live inside Pig Farm in Accra. Okay. All right. Accra Pig Farm. Co Kerosene, Ahukwamo. Accra House of Oak is the best club in Ghana. Phobia Masters, also a channel wife Dora. When decisions against okay, all right, Clement Ohineba Kujo, watching live from ABK at Central Region of Ghana. Asebu, right? Honorable Ofuzuko Achiwono. Okay, all right. I'll say Messiah Sounds, okay, all right. Yati Edamasi. Eba back later, but young query. Namia Duma games eba so Ghana Premier League never interesting ochina. Emma Renfi say whilst the Premier League near other leagues or Europe cost watching no. The Ghana Premier League as well back. Na fixtures no yen fansha division. Na fi yen hwe how anema besi akọ this weekend war Premier League ni mo. Okay. Coaches no so akasa Ibrahim Tanko, Malam Yaya Nuruddin Amadu ne Rashad Musa. Omunina akasa from various clubs in Tibabi Titi Nina, Nyashe How Nebesiako. Shapiro also resigned, J. Sapon, will resign from the post as coach of 11 Wonders after 21 days in charge. Or say, yeah, went to me be him. Hosem. Echna Karela and Holy Stars, Ebebo Tamale. Yes. And on a Karela for assistant coach, Rashad Musa, Erika Kratuja, Primas Conference, I say.
Fortunately, we had draw against Vision, so we move on after the draw. The reaction is very, very good. Not much this season because I only watch a few of their matches against the Gold Stars and also against Vision FC. So the approach is going to be different from the home matches that we played. We are going to go all out to make sure that we get all the 3 points in Tamale against Karela FC.
Okay. Rashad Mumkasama, Holy Stars on the assistant coach of Holy Stars. As I say, or there's the answer. I'm Zadote. All right. Now, Nuruddin Amadu, on mom head coach Emma Karela. Aha, you know.
We have to have a different mindset going into this game that we have to win at all costs. We have to play an attacking game, irrespective of the defensive strategic plan of the opponents. We just have to ensure that we go for a win.
Okay, so we any and someone from the camp of Karela. And the other game no so ebeko so eno takwa na nyame admo chena otakwa no medie ma ne Bechem United ena omo tie gina na Ibrahim Tanko ena head coach Emma Midiema.
I think we are playing home like any other game. When we go in, we want to control the game. We want to score goals. So definitely we are determined to do that. And it's not going to be easy. The team is a very good team. They have a new coach now. I think the players are motivated. But I think in playing home with our confidence, our supporters behind us, I hope that we'll take the 3 points. Mediama is playing the league to win it. So definitely if you want to win the league, you have to win your special home matches. And I'm sure the boys are ready to do it.
All right, so I know Ibrahim Tanko. Now, Bechem United, who's head coach, Kobna Misa, but assistant coach Malam Yayamum, and or granted pre-match interview, no, ahead of Omo, and Midiema, Ochna, or Takwa.
Midiema, I think this season, we are one of the best team this season. Obian is only a tough team, but I think since I was here, a senior coach, why you want to do for young? I say mistakes be brave or team now or young who you send a bear team no be original and nice send city. As at now, we prepare very well. From now going, say be lose 2 points. We are either we or home match. We respect you more as a team, but on field of play in there, I don't think say a drew are respect. I say the better China and all mabo. Yes, we are kobo. Actually, almost say yes, we say no, almost say bon. It's a bit more bobisa. Now at least there 3 or 1 point there. Inshallah, prepare very well. Say everything there abafi.
Okay, inti Premier League no sanity 2 matches ena ochina nyame adoma ebeba so. Na venues no Tamale ena fe Takwa inti sanity. Na referees no omate de. Referees not today. Edo mati nyina ne say GFA asset. Unze GFA no ayen say o metua referees no after every 4 matches. On board 4 matches be no ma clear free or 4 matches no ma clear free. Until match day 5, day 6, day 7 and day 8. Some match days ni nyina no and so ma clear free. Until the next batch of payment no ebe day 9, 10, 11 and 12. No ma claim free. GFA is kawo honti no. Omoncha hokra yani no mo klefi ho enti yebehwe na Hearts of Oak na me adoma Sunday omo wenchi omo any young apostles they say house admin or boy adwuma bruta kofi nja nanze what time hu bi or timeline so as omo my players ni interview omo
yeah,
and the 2 interviews so far me hu no before omo bebo omo last match no as last match na no, none yet the boy. I think on board draw.
Yes.
Last match. Parku interview Ali Mohammed.
Yeah, defender no.
Yeah. And I will so no worry one interview Ransford Mensah. Ransford Mensah one in Akasa ahead of Haas anyway young apostles Akinsi no.
Good afternoon, fine. Yeah, I'm fine, I'm good.
Okay. Charlie, well, last match I try to know because more tree.
I'm good. We have to speak English. So
okay, then how are you?
I'm good, I'm alright.
How do you see our last game against Sweden All Blacks?
I think it was a good performance by the team and then everybody, since we all wanted the win, but we were not clinical enough, so I think it was a good performance.
What should the fans expect on this our away game?
I think every game is an important game and for us to get to the dreamland, so I think they should expect what they have always been expecting, so I think we are going to give everything for the club and then come back to the winning ways.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, small boy.
All right, so George Parku and our interview Ransford Mensah. The last game there Swede draw Blacks on board draw. Haas any kotoko in them draw no. Omo de draw sa one year afi bon se league no takwa ana doma dia form ko. So Samatex Oma branch here friend no Zachary Musa onanya goalkeeper of the month. And Samuel Atakumi and so a player for Bibiani Gold Stars onanya NASCO player of the month. And then Coach Ibrahim Tanku of Midiema and so na Uwini, the coach of the month. Okay, I was thinking, say, I'm nominating Karim Zito. I'm nominating.
Sure.
Upon other house match in the month there. Okay, November. Okay. Because house match and we win because the super class and then the only category A match. So you coach now sha. Some month no win back we crowd the support na obetumi enya. But unfortunately, I think Otoko after beating house,
and performance.
That
and our results.
Say
last game need the Young Apostles na last minute penalty the 3 points nearby, But I think after has game Mukobo vision. It was a drawn game.
Yeah.
Even though last season Kotoko Kolusu 3-1. To be able to say this season improvement, but some of the fans were disappointed. Say after the win against Haas, draw Kopi Musa, and then the last game against Young Apostles, and I don't me can say the final game and a final whistle ne buy ana Kotoko winning penalty a be pressure be free up because. And I know Wednesday or stadium on Kanu. Na ebufu womo. Na supporters ni bi egapa. Omo ebo players ni bi subo ebo. Omo ebo coaches subo ebo. Enti penalty na last minute buy na de anije buy no. Ene ma say dodo na fan sa but a lot of them were not happy with performance of individual players and as a team. Enti I agree say has we need the a heavy on but I think say performance need generally after the has game and she done smooth.
All right, yeah, referees and penny for a select move for the games about so this weekend. International games Media Man Bechem United be handled by Rastum Gameli Senogbe, Peter Dausa ne Al Hassan Abdullahi, Beshe Lines na Manafi, Franklin Akumate I4 referee. Ewo Tamalin Sono, Julian Nunu from Greater Accra. Yes, one about the center referee. Roland Adi, Ene Isaac Asante Beshe Lines na fi. Abdulatif Adari, I4 referee. Nyame Adma Sunday, Dreams FC ni Swedro Blacks at 3:30. Live on TV from the University of Ghana Stadium. David Adani, and match referee Seta Tony Joshua Agbo, Buanafi Maxwell Hansen, I4 referee. Hoho United, N11 Wonders or Hoho Sports Stadium. Mohamed Misbah, on the BD. Blaise Awaji, Ene Augustin Afu Behe Lines na fi Gideon Ni Kofi only di kotokoni house ana no o ana chese ono I4 referee Ali Musa Plateau ne be match commissioner Vision FC ni Heart of Lions so be baso e wo ni eje Kreku the second sports complex eno ye Prince Okutu Mensa only be di kotokoni Young Apostles ananu ukuadei one best center man Nyame Adoma Kwasiada Ewo Tema James Osafo ene Minkail Fauzan na fe Lord Nete aka ho bi no mahwesa match no so Aduana Stars ene Brekum Chelsea ena Ebo Nana Ajman bedu the first pack Ewo Doma Hinkro Ayaba Ibrahim ene the center man Emmanuel Dolagbanu from Kumase ena Halilu Al Hassan I one lines Gabriel Opoku Ahin a fourth referee Ewo Doma Nations any Gold Stars Ebo Ewo Abrankesi Dr. Kwamiche Sports Complex we've used as something new I know the doctor and the we say from the FA Anna Dr. Kwamiche Sports Complex referee Nathan Anafo Nabua Fobeye Kofi Nyakobaka ine George Akisiboka na fourth referee Daniel Ai Enwachi Young Apostles ene Heart to Folk Wenchi Sports Stadium Maxwell Ousu ena Obedi na boafo be Richard Nate ene Alex Osam na fourth referee aye Moro Idrisu last game Samatex 1996 versus Asante Kotoko enobeba so Ewan Century Sports Arena Jacob Aduntera on the best center referee na boafo bɛ Tijani Muhammad ɛna Gilbert Adum Mensa na Foster Bashos ayɛ fourth referee nti wei ne referee selections appointments for Ghana Premier League match week 11. Okay, Kofi afedi yeni yenye wonchem mo ha. But Bigo. Yes. Bigo drink is back. Anko baby amum but omo PM na back. Tieni ye. Is say we are no ha it me popa na chese unamu out me say yes. Na go fifa we anmu na wubu omom ye wi aso adwuma pa o.
Oh yes.
Easy. But imagine pa say we are no bogidigidi san when chilled Bigo cola. And now say Bigo orange. Now the face here we are no. Ubenuma filia ankasa.
Dear me feel a coconut flavor no.
Oh okay. Bigo coconut.
Wow. Come on.
Yes. Now Bigo cola no. Deliver that bold, rich taste na bois emani peduano ekunkonanim. Bigo orange and so emma have fruits no so fruit kind of thing bi no. Ya the mouth e honum. To bo Bigo cola ni bi e we no so bo fili Bigo orange u fili pa. Na your other flavors, your Bigo cocktail, your apple, coconut, lemon lime and a strawberry. Ni nyina so ekoyie pa. She say Bigo drinks no e no na eko. We hia dodo bi a no two drinks aton na be trillion fo aso ye na bibia kama me de number e betudwa na free for event bi a we bi a drinks no make sure say Bigo na serve am for because Bigo na say there ekoyie pa. Na tieni ye number na 03221 90877 03221 90877. Na ye come so say the fearsome 3 numiensa Dr. Eben Diabedjaman so a eno boa ma nipadua nya hoden sonko e de akonanim. In fact nyankopon bon honam ne such that yare bi yes unity pe honam na betumi enya the capacity yana say obenya the ability to fight yare kora person attack you know at the initial stages. So time a edunom any hospital ko bam no time out means yes I didn't say the ball pa bi na immune system na imre ba honam na nkasa gina na so a oboa unwe say ase honam your star bi ope pure water bi boa maze no ano no be sorry ho den enti sana hepa plus pavine plasmos no Dr. Eben a design na ba say yenom na no an hye honam ne kina emma honam na hoden ahoden no the immune system a ebenya ahoden sonko na adwuma da so for general well-being until osinum hepa plus no atopa vini plasmos na ka nom ne miensa e wo nsuo otopa ni nyina bo adwuma kro na timisira ko pebito na afei o hawa wodo enema hodo yes esa yema honam no edoso bebre edoso pa enti misira kwa na konumbi ema no se mo okube nsuo ni atadwe bia metumi de to agime ma nso kwadu bi so onumu a wose no odi bia so boa omo na manasa doctor number is 0542 778572 wose ukọ heba show bi mo abenye bia to 0542 778572 and 0542 807 907 na akuma bites ene akuma atadweliko akuma bites eno ye alcoholic beverage enya abotrai ne kama me say enne ensa bia utwa 1 to utwa 2 tota na abo gidigidi zede wonum 10 tot no gyan no menya nsapa eno yo fuinsa ebe fa wo how be bree aba hyehyɛ honam ne mu woni beba ho so na wo fight yare ahodo pi me srew ese no de wo so no akuma bitters ena akuma atadweliko akuma bitters no boost to energy correct just like atadweliko no but atadweliko no de atadwe flavor ena ewom so tie de atadwe ena ye no na bitters no de enumra ekoye pa enti ebeboa mo atumi adidi so akuma bitters so helps wom helps so de ko mu a esiesie honam no yie pa enti mesrɛ akoma bitters so we sport pretty sport na won ton bi and tempera ko pebi too because you see no amanfo etopa ya tonton sport ne pubs ahodo bebree mu bebi kumase ade bebi ade ubenya bi na NK2 Amo Enterprise also pedodo abekɔ hɔ Nana Jima Enterprise na Rosanna Enterprise omunyina wɔmɛma dodo bi a pɛ badwumaku ade ensan baaye no ɔmo telephone number ni upese ukutu bi waso yɛ hɔ a no afrɛ 0249 67 1984 0249 67 1984 and 0245 105476 0245 105476 akoma bitters ena akoma atadweliko ena chese make house obenye bia no na aboa na bibia aye kama kobi fa audience so
ene na ye toaso e wo it's my kitchen restaurant ho na omaduane ho te e very healthy unidi wo it's my kitchen enkofa yare bia Utun Force Excellence Award 2010 2011 2012 and 2023 ni nyina it's my kitchen restaurant GDC ni nine so omujumedie ho te pa na wa ope natural free juice in different flavors e dia fa minimum na koboko kama no eno anso obefa it's my kitchen sisi e omo pineapple ginger ho mango ho mixed fruit e ho and afi orange and tangerine na nso ubenya bi ewo it's my kitchen restaurant afi promotion da so gina every Monday it's my kitchen see afa ho na to point and kill catfish bako utowia omo abebisa say aduane be na opese omfa nka ho ma so ope fried rice ope jollof ope banku a eno ane say waka no mo de aka ho boko unya ne ba bia just say it's my kitchen restaurant afi ukuada bia nso eye pizza Wednesday to pizza ba ko ne mfa ba ko mpeso man uto mienu ane de mienu apeso ama buy one get one free buy two get two free and also eye pizza Wednesday ukuada bia na wafa it's my kitchen no enjoy sa package no ya wada bia nso eye banku tilapia Thursday and also to banku ni tilapia ba kwa no masa cha ba ko dia ka ho ompewe na apedie it's my kitchen kwa na abenya no enti ana do enya chim e wo Babayara Stadium it's my kitchen e ben traffic light no afi ope international and local cocktails afi cakes ni smoothies omu obi ho ope Chinese any continental cuisines ni nyina no ebi ho enti no anso obe order baby a obi a na o ma deliver no fefe di amount every weekend you say be na wo ye program be birthday party be na say wedding reception program be a wo ye bia wo betimi akoje it's my kitchen for modern floor no ultra modern floor o ma siesie bibia wo ho ebe ma program na ye nika ya kono kama ntino an say oni o ma bonkomo for booking for reservations for orders afraid it's my kitchen sisi a number is 0265 707070 and 0248 865046 it's my kitchen restaurant into Fahwa na wadidi kama sounds na kojo Reko Royal Enterprise say Reko heba mixture no daso ho bema o problem pa ne sa wo na wo pa ya bobo Reko heba mixture aka ukrasini na dru no wow to aseta atwetwon sciatica wo infection wo pressure kuku how o bebia o menstruation na seasonable so me so abibia ma afi usisi na ye o ya na se wa hu se honam ko yie eno ane se obepe Reko heba mixture no anom opebia nyana waterfo anu akotop amazing heba o waterfo method is dining o ko dani heba benya bia afi Freddy Men's heba benya bi wa wo adwusu bia no obekọ adwese government hospital animu ho a afi wo techiman so afo ani ko Free FM na kwa judi o bo asifo nyina nso ya monko Time FM wo Kumasi abra Otec FM na bisa se ope counselor ejako number is 0247 779819 patasifo nyina nko Block House Sack Pharmacy no agibi ho Paul Sack heba wo mrom apidank misty omu nyina wo mrom na afi Promise heba enso wo Oyerepa FM dan no mu e wadum no afa ho na afi wato bo ase wabisa Reko Heba Mixer Ghana hade bebia pharmacy shop bia na heba shop bia mu uduru ho na wabisa Reko Heba Mixer nana enkomo e we kira pesa oni Dr. Bobia no e anu anya abutra fre 0244470067 0244470067 na Dr. Bonkomo Abapa Enterprise omune tonu mapa ope mattress ope fridge ope mobile phones ope TV ope air conditioners ni nyina no obeko Abapa Enterprise wa ope washing machine no Abapa Enterprise e di bia babo ni da form ni gisem ne se utimi ko online wa order inti ubeko App Store na Play Store no type Abapa Enterprise app ni beba no atobo ase download ni kama ana abitimi akomo website www.abapa.com na fi why orders no ani gisem ne se Abapa Enterprise ese utimi tua ne kakran ti high purchase ewo ho unyane bebia within 24 hours bebia wa be place order bia no Abapa Enterprise ebe deliver onu man fa o how bia emechri nti ya hye ne nso se ukuma sin so abetimi akota for my 3 Abapa Enterprise eben Sakasaka Park obetimi afre 0593 386133 and 0593391848 Abapa Enterprise enu achini ye ko Amuzu Heba Clinic aseye Dr. Amuzu yetene so ane asori Dr. Amuzu na akofa Amuzu garlic bitters aba ma wontini mu bie ma moja timi koba nti akoma no pressure bia meto akoma no so nti akoma no bebo adwuma boko o high blood pressure wadru Amuzu garlic bitters Sradia dosu ni peduem no Amuzu garlic bitters wo junso mu no problem wom nusenka modi bi wa chiri ana se wo junso ne kala na sesa o junso a wuti pains no Amuzu garlic bitters ebe bibia kama ma ho ato sanso na wontimi na kakra bi no asore wadu ya Amuzu garlic bitters wani huna de ye Amuzu garlic bitters intimi srew pebi enye na FDA force eno ane aduru papa o matim so a chese bitimi ama moja no aflu ama hoden abada bia especially mo am high blood pressure into ko pharmacy shop bia ma no abisa Amuzu garlic bitters heba shop bia mu no abisa Amuzu garlic bitters enye na no age wo de na afi wo de abo ho man kama o pedodo a 0247776743 0247776743 Amuzu garlic bitters wonya bia beboa.
All right, Kofi. Afi yanko animo say what is ankomo we are referee na no kasa and as en yan sheda nyata man
referee's manager
Alex
Cote
as a enkomo na kwa akoye say minim de ba ya manage sa asemu ya anhwa ko fi betima ko fa issues abre league no yeah you see no as any post and like he's against decisions a koma kotoko no he feels that referees no some way one can say there but I mean inference no obetumi a chess obeso chess say kotokonya the benefit of referee decisions a lot of times and he would see the frustrations in our interview man say that was the angle and on the free back but another school of thought and so say yes it may be like that but not entirely true because Kotoko so far at the other side of refereeing maybe this season you can want say what I say video evidence is maybe on internet and so so enti akwakoye anyhow but the posture of the man because the referee's the manager
yes
I think no senko share the Kasan to some extent I say one we are being incite other clubs no against Asante Kotoko already Kotoko kwa we onya problems ti say also be incite other clubs no against Kotoko omba wa the mentality of supporters in the Beko Stadium ho e betumi a trigger attitude dia e bia me no ye ni nye ho because referee mistake to be na kwa in favor of Kotoko pe because yanka so be wi ya mo you see ti go vida make an say ya manage issue ni here e betumi dia sem kese aba one day
well on say me dear the man yet dear mammy say Meka say the man was inciting other clubs against Asante Kotoko. Say who follow the conversation now. One cite Kotoko cases no. He went ahead to cite other cases involving other clubs, any other matches. And he was trying to also make the point, say, I was a referees no improve your performance no, because say a sanction wa you may not come back. Because of this angle no so be can cite other games no, it becomes very difficult to say that he's against Kotoko and say or incite other clubs against Kotoko. But I think the general problem that we all know is we have issues with officiating. Kotoko bia kwa ama Kotoko ena omo diaba. But there are times Kotoko nso complaining about officiating. Ena nye Kotoko nko other clubs, almost every club, especially omo kwa away, almost all of them omo complaining about officiating. And if you look at referees generally omo performance Kanu, I think that they can do better. Oh, incident ni bini there. Maybe we'll get there one day yibinya va so that omu va nechino will call you say adiya oji come and have a second look at it. It be a bit more reduce errors na ye huno. But what I can say is say it's not about Kotoko. But the bigger conversation is we have refereeing errors. So far games are yabwe. 9, 10 games, 11 games into the season. No, yeah, a lot of cases are. It means clearly officiating bit me a better. A being so honoma, we just make the noise. So what you say? For example, the last time na ye can Kotoko has gaming and the disallowed go. Say ye call rules numuno. In your time share rules no, there were a lot of things captured in the regulations not a call in favor of referees ni decision on the day, even though you have an aspect where a be able to make say a controversial regarding that particular incident. So unti e be so Kanu just because obi a lose match inti no okope referee edin in Tanzania kobo referee akeke ye we no ho. But the bigger conversation is that we have issues. Errors be a bar. If you are watching, now say referees take sad decisions now. It's not nice at all. For example, the last time, na ye can about a young apostles goalkeeper. Any oko elbow be an insanka. Na beyond that or foul Kotoko. Player no. In the box in front of the referee, a referee nanje. At the same time, Apostles also had a clear penalty, which was disallowed by the referee. And then eventually a game, no, the controversial one, last minute one, no. And another referee's manager and tries based on the video, you see that as you saw mumu. And according to the referee's manager, Ablo started in Susomuno, and then Apostles, Captain also came into the picture. In Kanu, what we can do as a people, we need to look at the bigger picture and not look at, say, yes, Kotoko may be a beneficiary, say, in the last 2-3 games, incident, Bia Basona, Bibia Koswa, Bia Kotoko Newo. The side or more benefited, but one day it be so be quite ya Kotoko. So what I say, until if we're able to resolve officiating issue, no, not as much as possible. Referees a fair, football fans a fair, obi a fair. Nobody approaches a referee, nobody talks to a referee to compromise the referee. Na system no be a yede die, na e fenin so ye die. Na as much as possible officiating be fair. There complaints be about 1 or 2 be, but enye be brete said here so early yeah, can referees who wants me. So what I say, I think that we need to look at it from that angle. Ebini the publication ya GFI ye say, ometuya referees sikai. Media left to me alone. Say yenya sika kakra ba they are a part of the Adesa production sikai who asema ye kai ebe call into officiating. Into why not taking crime approach, you know? Can you say weekendy ya point to kowa ubi be everything is paid oko no akudiaba. Se sikani one bia you look at ubi pre-finance na later yen reimburse no. But if we have money, na see bit me try say yes see increasing referees no FIFA referees need the near 2,500 per game, right? Increment about we understand. But refereeing is equally important if we want to develop the game. And to me, I am not happy saying mahu a publication officially or GFA website say referees car a womb the last 4 games or so ye free honum. I don't think we should be reading these things. Sikawa wa yenye ni paying crime. Even if we can pay before nipan bekwa, why not? Kanu. So that you reduce the chances of referees no getting compromised. Are you getting the point? Because we'll be na one particular weekend your money match be only the resources to go, but he needs to be there. Or something like that, you may not know. And in order to handle some issues, if there is money, said the abanda Roma, ibia beya, why not make sure that ya saw to be our kudiaba so that you be departed from a situation where 2-3 games and Sanya betuya after any bebe husuno. Now accumulate here to say the last season at some point near 21 weeks, 20 weeks, 20 something weeks. So as I say, so that we can depart from that practice. Until generally, we know that Kanu, we have officiating issues, and the FA president himself admitted at Congress, say, to be honest, refereeing is a problem, and there's one area improve. He admitted. Until we know, and we know the issues. Ain't no operation zero contact with referees near the end. If we can achieve that, yenye picking crying, so that we can be rest assured, say referees any problems in kitty be bit miama will be taking advantage of those problems and they could compromise your more. And then again, you review games, no near obvious errors now. I think that sanctions must be applied. Method no ma adopted no and yet too popular, which is he say or more punishing referees now they don't make it public. So what you say before you realize maybe a referee now could offer some games no say could be another match near there. But whatever be the case, I think that show market to assembly and then errors referees manager site where sanctions must be applied. And you can see a show be any. Because if we want to move forward and develop, I will see a discipline, our system, enforcement, compliance. And no matter what's most of the times we fail to comply. At the end of the by in this hole, yeah, the tone change. I say any baby a referees ni be so cases. Because our situation no our atmosphere now. Ebi a who ni say wa amfa kwa bi so ama home team enwini a on fa ni nkwan free hon kwa. No apply common sense. A honso nema fans, any clubs, any everybody, all the stakeholders need to have a role to play. So what I say, ubo home ni interest kwen biaso she. So what I say, intino
bomb defeat the engine tomorrow. You had an answer draw blacks about draw against Hartlepool. We are no more complaining some coaching. Hey,
the supporters no now more
for has who 4 or 5 people is what the
Intino senior referees assembly there. We must be honest.
Yeah.
Ni dealing with it. And clubs non so. Make us almost a role to play. Who's there? the usual practice or Ghana hanu yese e common na wayedin ba kukoti ani pe hey no biate. You remember last season Nations FC echo campaign Holy Stars anom the complaints ebano who responses are now man for so the Nations FC say they don't have the moral right to be complaining about a be a poor officiating and answer because everybody is a beneficiary. Enti ye nyina no ye nyintum say we want to fight for the good of the game. No bia enye na femu de as much as possible. Yema system nenye fair. You can lose a game at home. You can equally win away. Si ankoye ni sane kobasi ubi ebo ni home dia kwambia so onhye dia. That's where referees no will look at the atmosphere, the mood e was stadium ho na afi o madwen o monkwa ho. Until sometimes to some of the errors maybe why you deliberate because they need to make sure say ombe free venue ho no wabra omhu so intino we need to look at the bigger picture. Maybe and single out one club say command everybody is a beneficiary.
And obi also a victim.
Obi also a victim. But obi obe benefit no. Hey, ene ya ye ka say. So o can be a Kotoko fans will resist. Mewana. But there will be a time same errors will be caught against Kotoko. Be a very crucial moment. E won so na won so be feel pain no. Do you understand? Inti e kwan wa e the yen na yam play your part ni make sure say we will get there. So
all right. Ibrahim Tanko, manager of the month of October.
Yes.
Yes, Ochina so obo match. Mze medium for underground we has a league no mnyombeje.
Oh, on say medium adie.
Omunyombeje. Regional Collins Amwa officiated has versus Kotoko but not Nikofi. Okay. All right. Anoche. Yeah. Now yeah, can
okay.
Regional Collins Amwa. Only D has Nikotoko.
Yes, Accra.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a can Gideon Kofi.
Okay.
Yeah, I know correct here.
All right. Yeah,
I'm not here than as a all right, senior auntie, yen to us way.
Mediema is a serious contender. And they've done it before. They've been to Africa. They want to go back. Oh, say, Ebra Mediema appointee Mr. Ibrahim Tanko no. Na me go back teams our handle any how a normal call. I remember citing in Olympics team na yen team young qualify no. So what I said na Achie management committee chairman. Mr. Ibrahim Tanko was in charge as the head coach. We remember Yako Pribia, it didn't work. And Osei Accra Lions krana. Yes, last season at some point Accra Lions foresighted poor officiating umu say yeah Robbie or money idea. But he has been part of the team for some time. And now say Ube skeptical kakra, but the truth of the matter is was 30 Jumain. He's been solid. Who say Mediema nya jidie wo coach Nebom Neboja. But unfortunately
Boza Capo.
Yes. Who say he took over from Mr. Augustine Evans Adote. But unfortunately I say the way are na Mediema fans ne team ne expect said Nebo Edi ombeko ne nkosa and a change by eventually Ibrahim Tanko take over. Kanu after 10 games no Mediema ewo 9 wins so and o ma draw 3 games enti Mediema performance no very impressive. So as I say very very impressive. As we speak Mediema were 21 points on top of the league table and a second Lions with Adriana and Sewushe Lions Adriana Mediema points never born even Lions also 21 points same as Mediema. Okay. Adriana was 20 points so the difference is just a point. Oh inti Sewushe sa teams way performance especially Mediema Kanu baby or mobile born doesn't matter. Say ya will say you homo they are able to get results anywhere. And nema Mediema ehu yehu. And nema Mr. Ibrahim Tanko side no huye hu nti sesi ane de.
And then mutifie so no mo show be brave.
Absolutely. And they are playing so well.
So.
They are playing so well. Me kai say last season on. Me de man me de Kotoko bebo Baba Yara Stadium I was there. Baba Yara. Kotoko winning ye there. But me de ma were very competitive. Nti me kai say sitting there me na me catch enko for say one of the competitive games a Kotoko abo Baba Yara. Eye de me de ma de be ma wo no. And I will not be surprised if Mediema to associate the following season on Bay Deadly. And so far, I think you can give it to them. Congratulations to Mr. Ibrahim Tanko, who deserve a Manager of the Month award. No, many sure say will be outperforming. He's been solid and he deserves it. There is consistency, and based on the way he's talking, he knows. Say Mediema a club, but winning is in their DNA. And Mekai say one of the things I said when he was appointed, I say, Mediema platform, a very good platform. Unya resources are ye jumano. And because resources now would be ye jumano, ye be mounty, to whom much is given, much is expected. And it is expected that obe born whom to a certain level where team libeti me a celebrity. And so far I think Odam Quine pepe and you know what he needs to do, they say obey consistent now what build on it, and they will be good to go. You know, I agree, sir. Mediema who, and I think we deserve a Manager of the Month award, which is very positive for Mr. Moses Parker and any team no at Mediema. Sometimes, Mr. Parker, it me take decisions, be a changes, be. Oh, you may not understand, but it me pay off. I remember Media Major League, recently, when at some point there was a Media take a decision, Emma Mr. Augustine Evans Adote a Jumano. A lot of people didn't understand, but eventually, Omar Rabiu Befem, Duncan Befem, woman in Nemua, Enna, Mr. Augustine Evans Adote, and so better us the G League. Ninti, from the way Mr. Ibrahim Tanko is talking, he knows, expectation is, Obe winning something, and it is good that he is aware of what is ahead of him and the target, and so far will deliver. Into, I think kudos to him, right? And it is a signal to the other teams. Say we has we Kotoko, we Go Stars, the defending champions, and I say we Lions are in the last 2 seasons. Or my competitive when it comes to teams who beat me at the Premier League now. Mediema performance needs a worry because with that you know say who was serious competition elsewhere, and with the facility even though at some point now management of the TNA stadium pitch no issues but I think gradually improvement but they are getting there. And me sure said they would want to even play Africa for the fans. Intentions near clear so which is why I will say other teams no Super League na no but they are doing so well. So well.
All right.
Yeah.
But Jamia Admoa ne week and jazz and salsa Christmas no basso but yintin krat when yemre this year.
Yadiaba Braki 1984 Enterprise at Akuma Bites ne Akuma Atabi Ginger Lekono Abedjaso. Akuma Bites no yade 20 ni Shentia Pepre Nubuna ene nitahini ahodoɔ ɛna ayɔ. Ɛno a ɛna mrantie mabawa ene nipa binom ɛde bɔ wɔnum anakrewa. Wonom nso a ɛmo wɔnum ɛtɔso. Na ɛnam ɔdoma nkoma nneɛma a ɔde ayɔ ninti. Ɛsan wɔ mfasoɔ bebree. Afei yɛsan wɔ Akuma Atabi Ginger Leko. Ano de kewo jejejejejejejejan eye power enam atadwe ene akekaduro ninti se wotwa bia ma wogina wona so peme di wakongosam ememam enti wedie nunum bi bubo bi na wo ho ensepew bitasi ubenya bi wo Ghana fana ba bia telephone 0249671984 Akuma bites ni Akuma Atadwe Ginger Leko ekoyo na edadin so
Ensana nubina shano manabo
And some pain no. Amuzu bitters. What's it? Amuzu bitters. Amuzu bitters.
Right, T Shannon so said now what you prepare and a basso war Samaritan Villa Resort and Conference Center. Jazz and a salsa Christmas. And the Udru Honumwa Betcheli because a come. In fact, Samaritan dear. Didn't say what Ebia Wakohoda, won't Kohoda so a tini or more conference center kakraka. Our modern for event be a so more space so that ho. Ebi a we wedding now pese obey refreshment no ho aha no abeji enu achi so omo executive rooms executive deluxe and a standard rooms ewo ho ni nyina air condition full nyanya ho ye neat ho ye correct ho no chese environment no so ukọ ho na eduru weekend akọ rest wo abu say yes wako baby pa enti ubetumi akwakoji wo yes pa kona ye miemia honam no bressa o ze miemia professionals ejina so o me yi stress na free honam ni na kama gym wo ho tu be say yes squatting now pija dumbbells ni bi dumbbells no dumbbells and afi so o restaurant o serve Ghana nnuane o ye buffet buffet correct one pa El Samaritan Villa Resort and Conference Center. Large space and a medical to for events I would do wedding receptions in a bit to almost be so da form ne board da form or in charge can say the form wow share service or the money baby out Daniel then I heard you 2 hours to say yes when you're ye pa until when your whole be a bush number most environment weekend ye near there monko more was school nature St. Hubert inside one and as well for telephone number over reservation be another inquiries be 0322 495 180 0322 495 180 ube to me I shall say a phrase see na yet was what dear your lines near 0505 225578 and at 0505 224944 till which me I shall say afraid na yetil aha Otec 102.9 the pride of Ashanti into answer
and sana nubinasha no manabo and some pain no amuzu bitters what's it amuzu bitters
all right opening within this an free
but from entry because a free band
you entry yet you
but you better wizard I said the Obiega a referee decision to come on Kotokoni young apostles Kotokunya clear penalty referee deny abra go be from watching echo elba when ya ablo fabonia or kwa from watching kosone nine but I said the Obiega and the penalty idea but penalty nuclear was a clear penalty. We complain is a young apostle penalty, but to continue clear penalty a referee deny no. To meaning the entire as a referee's manager and any abri the all yes is that the born Kediama Kotoko. But Kotoko penalty no and the referee's manager were
you Miss Medasi. Hello. Original Nigeria.
Oh, champion contact.
Is it has a team I was ribi.
Oh,
Mabro. Anastela movies and years are.
Oh, Brappenny, I can't say win. Oh, the Casabo Nade, so on them, and I also know Kanu, Koya, yet you know, Massy, and Koya, yet you know, Massy, football names that is so. What in Capra can say a better lady no duty, but must have you that. So, for us, for any can have the best say, can a Ghana football, and Yakono, and you say, be I am pool. And you told me about catching, yes, oh, Ghana League, no, I say, cannot cook me. I said, oh, Mamma Banyan, and tell you now, Mamma Bano. A starting league, I don't make a see you, Puma. You better Ghana football, Yakona, Edgar Ramsey, because anybody 22 days are patients, no. Seven can be a canon, and come here for her match. In your players, you are doing coffee. In your house for players, you are doing coffee. But no, Papa match ni baby no. Na the referee edin obakofo. Edin na ekofi. Ah, nje be say akono dia. Me sika na be dey fato cho say emre bi etwam. I think that time we said we must have bought a tasso by the penalty me share. Me boa. Shall referee me ken so America can say so people cry then cry amai boa. Come on for any come on sanity. If you never referee the said you want to need matches no every year. Oma anyen no. You better football ya kono dia. Me say asu bi da pa. You talk on them one kodo go team we can almost say na the Oma any penalty ya. There's nobody to support the this year. Bobo na penalty ya mema.
Hello. Yes, sir, Chief. Majority is now free. You, yet you. Major Brabim. Outstanding games, no. Akaba kon Omone Holy Stars.
Yeah,
Odi Akawasa you better check him out this year. Why? Okay. Yo, that's it. Hello?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, boss.
Yeah, number code here.
Namiadum,
yeah, froze and free.
It's a family, handmade.
You too.
And the friends are ready in Castle. What I say, one share by any Anna, your friends or the cancer. And I want I can say, the anybody, more I no. You got to show up my son by that. And the guy, your friends, no. I say, well, baby, ma, I can't take it to go. And say, oh, we see a Casano, is too much. Oh, when I hear your friends, a woman, ever paying any class or no HIV. Or my and by say, one more Rebecca, one more day, I better than him. But one more said, was he kind of give now, I know the and team it be more say on Manakuma and my phone cut. I said one of the
okay, Mate, that's it. Hello?
Can Uncle Question, good evening.
Your uncle was here to you.
Can you say, be a tank, Kotokwana, say, you? Say, I did not transfer 3 times. Say, you go, you share war, I cry. More a year, radio presenter, who began to be limit of the board, you see, and see. Say, Kumatia, and a last minute. What take on the rupee and go for once and see it.
Opening Major Bow. Sir, I don't match it. Say, 3 months ago, need a 4 to home. Mebois.
What are they?
Any Achim says I go need a 4 to home. Money. Oh, say a chess offside. And now,
okay.
And now, number 2, Kumasi says so. Selom Yao bless EBD match. Money Kotoko, ya Kotoko Sunya penalties, bear me and Sas and 9. One you kukra. So, Kaiser,
I saw Brazilian player, no. Oh, Koyan, Salvo, no, or Shayano. I know referee, no, that's a normal kind.
No, what can say? Kumasian is see, and I'm a choice of Kumasian, the airways a see. RTNC.
Oh,
men creating impression. No, men creating impression, say. A Kumasian and Kisi, ya. Narrative in very different. There be Kumasian
different. Benin, Kotoko International match, Benin referee budget. On the kitchen one, is that restaurant here one of them a crochet. I mean, men and new one at the buy. And you Kotoko never any for who ye. Huh? We are Kotoko, you didn't have a Kotoko Mosu, or Mogo do referee budget. Yes, I was different. Maybe just because someone don't want to go. Because one thing for we some post young questions and a penalty. It's the level of Mobano. Almost cup, better 20 and also. That's it.
Yo, Mr. Medasi. Hello? Yeah. Hello? Yes, sir, Chief. Majo di ndi saying.
Yeah, me the phobia.
Phobia, ye tell me I am called.
But you have to ban the now. Need to be ready president. But you were down on what
has ban on player registration. As is this a Biamayo? This is a Biamayo. Yeah, can't quit here. So this is a band. Mutianaka, Mugu Tiaka, and I be a muy be a free.
But the concern is a cat. It was so and I will use. Then, we got to name them on our own. I had that mention I'm more fully in our life.
I remember.
Mr. Wadawma.
What's your number?
I have the party and a damn language of one for me.
Okay. All right, Mate, let us say. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good, Osei Akoto Kanu.
Bajo Mejosu, why you?
Yes, I'm not crazy.
You, Nana, it you.
Can move on you. Sebia and Central 4. Sebia and Central 4. Anybody that's a new no quepa to one cat. And may be Momo. Boy, has shared no a one like him to your side. Dear Macano. Anybody said yesterday, like one year at the bill, Mamma. Here's a guy for the bed in pounds on a Kosovo. Because if I'm kind of crazy. By the way, on the side. I was able to no problem away 11 one day. Now, and then because 11 one days. Young football supporters, no, you know why I'm just here. As a coach, you know, or Mafa, another coach. Another coach in 21 days or 2 hours resign. That was going to say, if me will fill a path for 11 one days, I'm going to catch our own, who will be one. The team normal friends of yes, no fill up the government catch we be on. You know that me mouth feel like me number me phone like me the big shoe. Now why you will be investigation who said I don't like can and can say so.
Okay.
Prayers no the dem that cry no money. And like me catch and you go so the 11 one days no. Na I am just say fetch mine for abread o team. About Premier League, then community say, the book for Rama or Moyaji. Ne any pack of 2 team or 2 team, like, you know, the Pikachu say, first coach, you know, or with I need because all my can say, set for the ball or man into summer. A blow almost 7-8 matches, Makuka no Lucy. And I mean, I'll call you. Second coach by the same thing, and Omakachi and I'm a coach now resign. But I was like, number one about
you, Medase. Yam Fabakunia Yampong. Hello?
Champion Kanu.
Hey, Onascopi.
And then, never told you have a call here.
Senior, yeah, fine. You too.
I so I'm not the platform of the let's say as a book in a support to her. Chekoto in a panity. Let's see the manner. Let's now say the papa. Why the meeting I can't and compare my mistake and I will to stand Marty. Bra players were near 90% the next time you play this than price package. So they are say broad, draws and trying to do money. Let them paying from the Tony back. Ed my inside like a go hard go and so go tell them why they are my and we bring cut up of war and we move left. Yen bring me a team no yen paying for no
Aponya da o my ya. But you be strike and go has. You do go be able to go down my bit criticizing and so do for one and then you need to get pay for no way. The Aponya be bass do no be between at media. The better pay for the we can't by my.
Oh, medase pa medase adusi poku piece no no e house ni
ensana nubina shano manabo ensa ben no amuzu bitters wose amuzu bitters koye.
All right, say all the other clubs joining hands no more fight the issue of bad officiating. I'm waiting my achieve a positive result rather than say anything because say 11 one day so called ball wa cry here musu ko swing so munya late penalty referee ignore so what you say in that score no can obi conclude say ebi a referees e wo obi afana no that be a issue about someone fighting together because kotoko ya kan ono so match kura be ka say yes ya je penalty bi amano sa match kura na ebi onya penalty bi e clean a referee anye no do have a balance no the referees na issue no e wo see ayo music asem yi nto mo so money mono o munye ni yie now what the news say 11 wonders for me to me a boycott almost my boycott almost my boss Sunday 11 no mo on players as it stands now on the just say be am penifo no convince o mom so my dream until say obi be kwa convince o mama ma se so my dream no players this match day 11 no more ana because of a lot of issues including non-payment of salaries near there. So okay say ebre ba say Legon cities for na abeto 11 wonders o mudi kongra me catch them say be ya yemo o mun try undertake o mun sign undertaking bi. Me I remember. Say I don't trust them. The omumi hu wo Legon cities from last season the omdia players fame ni amam fame no now that your mo suban say omama boys are break can answer them I don't get it because team na me ya mo ne benifo bi dia ba e be born Techima in fact Techima vo dwa wo they were ready for Premier League government workers e wo ho uzo mu nyina o source of entertainment ka see pa weekends e wo Techima football Techima for per ball enti Premier Battle team I had a house busy, especially on match days. Only for this news to break from nowhere. Say, the team name quite crack. Yeah, Tom. Many probably was say Miss Brand or a police officer. Many probably was say news ni ba was say as I grow. O money bomb was no me preseason work. Agro na dani asempa ze Shapiro say juma ngura onye wajai sometimes na you can about enforcement of normal bi ni ade as if nobody cares so but players use o mumwe ubon say delegations be ko na dwi e na mamvo ye bi hia wo mo because man koba e dey asembeba so inti we need to make sure say be no mabi na omo no say amom kakra so ana enso kakra de ma omo say mo aban de ma omo anyway say inti na o say GF bem no last time kai say ne calculation me say we kra no we ka so the year salaries nko for some clubs a bit to take you omo the entire season for some clubs salaries, for example 11 wonders other match day revenue kind of expenditure near there TBA players maybe it's 11 wonders obviously market you are no heavy be a 3 4 5 near there size can be to me as sort of salary but on Becca said there are other expenses which is equally important says kana ma says our expenses still are no na obebe so when you relief fair no be a manage salaries that account be a yen fine sanka but some so ani akọ kakra la bitu aka because say boys no bobo no so mu market ya ma o medo mabobo no yeah one there's the any there we saw it coming on intie won wa say atena ho ami abidru ha me de nka me aban president pani ade anka saa nkɔfo no awia yi a kyena yi a anaasɛ Monday mɔmɔ a mɔbɔ na asɛ misi Ghana ha masa yɛbɛ drag yom gidigidi
sɛ president ni twa kan wɔ league ni
oh baza ɔsɛ mbenifo bi
abai discover
ɔsɛ mbenifo bi di ɔma no tum senior yeah dabi anya fɛ 2025 unpaid salaries hey
serious
Kofi at least omo idea
na mo birthday kɛseɛ bi wɔ ha mami
yeah yan shasie with Mr. Benjamin Sechi aka Spartacus aka Benjamin Netanyahu. His school no is a defender back.
Oh, okay.
You go bomb at you, you know, by a also had the born as in you. So,
you sure born him.
Is a interview. Some brutal Spartacus. And then I would anti squad ninja as a minimum on them now. Me wishing a happy birthday. The big man. I mean, on shall be brave. And Noble and Chibuahin. When you're 6 years and yes. Birthday greetings and come on, Chama. With the officer to on the hank of Nissan in Jim. We want to tune a year, we want some more Costa a year, can I say? It's military recruit, you know. Near war to her. Oh, I ask him. But Namibe, Sujan also bear that. Tinyaminchra so. All right, so Samuel Boahin say, "Yeah, wishing happy birthday." Next one here, Alice Ben Park of Danwell Credit Union, Sipedoti branch. Alice ni nani kunu. Gideon Afum, aka Ogidi, our Decham so. Yeah, Ogidi ana. Oh, Ogidi. Wow. Enti Ogidi so we say, "No wife a happy birthday." I mean, shall be brave. We see here from Yemia Dani or boy Dani to of Leeds, UK, and I'll say Hafsa, Ewo London, Hafsa who Japan who of a pa. Hafsa Ewo, but will be around Fanchemu, as young Kamfu be. Yeah, Hafsa Ewo London. Na Dani say on in a bush and a wife, name the money na, and we say Hafsa a happy birthday. And Auntie Hafsa, Namisha Pina Fe. The empire be or more bomber biano, emrem mau. Happy birthday.
Okay, all right. Eugene young but there's a big one, special one. We a obini boss asem na eneye ora Victor Kojo Ademan, Dr. Victor Kojo Ademan, Chief Executive Officer. Ahomka Beverages. Omne ye bija bites.
Oh, Doc.
And a Doc birthday.
Oh.
Ain't a special one.
Doc, where have you?
Very
where have you?
You need Doc see much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because those days, be just any on you are call out commentaries near the Champions League.
Yes.
I remember one time you see our banners.
Yeah.
And I introduce you, man. Oh, director, no.
Yeah. TNA director birthday.
Yeah. United Sevilla. Mourinho time. Because he no banners.
Oh,
I remember.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Say anyway, dear. See we na so kakra.
Yeah.
Now we free ono ana djuma yini baako. Your friend Mod Bonsu. Mod. Ewo nyanchre ni ase. How ye djuma. Ewa Ahomka Beverages. And we say. Or the special birthday Kwamani boss, Dr. Victor Kojo Ademan, was a special boss. And the whole world, Doc, the best boss for Mod Bunsu. Until I say, and baby Obiano, Yentonin Crani and Casenyankopon, Emana Kumaswadi in Amrem.
That's right.
Nebibia nye Kamaman. Until special one from Mod Bunsu to Dr. Victor Kojo Ademan. Doc. Happy birthday.
Dog, we are in a restaurant. I'm Mishani P. Kovi, said it is.
Yeah,
I'm here to my president of Pania Betwaso.